He's trying, but I don't know. It's like. Mm-hmm. Shalom.
All the small talk don't faze me. I'm a real Israelite baby. Came from the slums, it was crazy. Now I'm in them strips reading daily. You ain't getting far cause you lazy. Gotta put in work for the kingdom, baby. Praise the Most High, I'm loving how he made me. And yeah, I'm an Israelite baby. Yeah. I was moving different, had to get my life right. Praise the Most High for repentance, not my mind right. Never folding, I keep trying till I get it right. And you know they hate you when you say you I'm not perfect, don't compare me to Christ, yeah. I'm a filthy rag trying to live righteous. Going through the world trying to be a light, yeah. Trials and tribulations, gotta keep fighting. Telling the world all my sins.
Shalom.
The past, I can't let it back in. My time coming, gotta keep praying. All the small talk don't faze me. I'm a real Israelite baby. Came from the slums, it was crazy.
Shalom. Why it's not connected, man? Oh, boy, they hacking up tonight.
Now I'm in them strips reading daily. You ain't getting far cause you lazy. Gotta put in work for the kingdom, baby. Praise the Most High, I'm loving how he made me. And yeah, I'm an Israelite baby. Moving out. Yeah, that old man had to move him out. No more sleepy, going back a calm now. Living righteous trips with my mom now. I remember it was hard times, yeah. Most High woke me up, renew my mind, yeah. Wifey told me watch out for them snakes, yeah. Discerning out who real and who fake, yeah. The kingdom is my destiny, gotta make it. Most of these ox is shady, but I'm a real Israelite baby. Gotta lock in with the Most High daily. Read the word in the streets going crazy. All the small talk don't faze me. I'm a real Israelite baby. Came from the slums, it was crazy. Now I'm in them strips reading daily. You ain't getting far cause you lazy. Gotta put in work for the kingdom, baby. Praise the Most High, I'm loving how he made me. And yeah, I'm an Israelite baby.
Dive in out. Shalom. Like they know they love messing. You know they love messing with us on here. Shalom, everybody. Hey, it's wartime, man. It's tiny at night. You see how they doing us.
It look like they injecting people, you know, that's out at night. You know, and I don't think it's just them, should I say, that's injecting people. I think that a lot of the people, you know how they say in the word they say you're gonna start acting like your father. So I believe it's a lot of people that did take the thing, you know what I'm saying? They wicked. You know, people are getting injected, man, just out and about, you know, but it's always at night now. They just find this girl laying in the street, 21 years old. She was injected with something And she had just came from a nightclub. I think she was in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's happening, you know, that Travis Scott concert. Okay. All them people, man.
Yeah, that pretty much took the cake from me right there. You know, that's why I said, you know, it's time to stop all this debating, you know, and pretty much come with the family, man, because you know they ain't debating. They showing you they full down with Satan, and they got our people on lock and on smash, and they gonna use them. You know what I mean? So you know, brother, they doing something. They don't even want us to connect it tonight because they know the temperature is rising. You know, it's just time. It's just time, man. It's time to unite and support each other. We still a lot of people wasting time with it.
So you know the grocery stores, they in order to work at the grocery store, or well here anyway, in Louisiana, you got to be vaccinated. So a lot of the you know, I knew a lot of them because I always go to the grocery store, and they had quit a lot of the people. So now they got the new workers and all that. Man, we got froze up, huh? The time's still moving, the live time's still moving, but we straight froze. You straight froze right now. I don't know if you hear me or not. What's wrong with that? You want me to give me a hand? Give me a hand. I'm an Israelite, baby. You can give me a hat, don't you? You know, I am 45. I am 45. What you got, baby? Yeah, Ak might have dropped out. He might come on another he might come on another page or something. But anyway, what was I just saying? Oh, the people at the grocery store. My wife goes to the grocery store, and at the grocery store, this dude, I think it was a customer, he brought a sledgehammer up there. And I guess he hit one of the workers with the sledgehammer. Blood everywhere in front of the store, and police everywhere in front of the store. This is what she's telling me when she comes back, because it took her a little while. She's like, man, you don't believe what happened, man. Some dude that came up there and splattered somebody with a sledgehammer, man, today. Police everywhere. They ain't, you know, she didn't take no, she don't be on point with the camera like me, because I'll be getting stuff, but you know, the police, they didn't want, you know, no information, or they didn't want nobody around the scene and nothing like that. They still let her go in the grocery store. She had to get some graham crackers. I had to get some graham crackers for my diabetes, you know, make me feel a little better, give me a little sugar in me. But it's getting wild out there, man. It's getting wild out there, you know. I believe some things were happening as far as people getting injected before the Travis Scott debacle. Some things were happening, but now it just seems like it's just happening everywhere, you know. Crazy stuff happening. I know y'all see the news, man. Parents killing babies. What they say that in Matthew? Mother was gonna kill the daughter, and the son was gonna be against the father, and people in your household was gonna be against you. I think that was Matthew 10, right? It's outlandish. It's true. They coming full speed ahead. You know, Yasharel is being attacked. Israel is being attacked. Probably everybody's being attacked right now. It's coming down, and it's kind of odd that, you know, the weirdest thing right now is trying to figure out how to manage our lives as far as how it's changing. Parents at home, kids at home, going to homeschool. That's a tough thing that we're dealing with in my household right now. Wanting two parents to work. However, are we going to have two parents working from home? One of the parents going out, kids at home still, while the other parent's still working, but the other one out? Or is it working at night, but nighttime is dangerous? People injecting people, a lot of crazy stuff happening right now. So this is a time where we're at a standstill, and the only thing we can do is stay in the Word. You know, and let the Word lead us as far as our footsteps. Just not able to do it on our own, and that's the toughest thing that we're dealing with. My wife ready to work. She ready to go work. She ready to go help out. If something happened to me and she ain't established on the other end, or what's gonna happen? I mean, how soon is all of this gonna completely fall? Or because if it completely falls, we already know they doing so. The lab meat has been approved by the FDA. Lab meat, not real meat. And then the crazy thing, they try to say, oh wow, you don't have to worry about killing animals now. We have this meat. You don't have to worry about killing animals. You don't need that meat. I mean, how can you attempt to mislead someone by saying that this is good? Hey, fake meat, it's good. That reminds me of Eddie Murphy in Vampire in Brooklyn. You get you a piece of evil, it's good. You know, like, come on, bro. Are people really gonna buy into this fake meat? Or is it just that this thing is just, the rooftop's about to fall, everything about to just go ahead and just, I wish it was just, you know, I know Yahuwah said, you know, it don't happen overnight. When he told us to, you know, get ready to fight against our enemies, you know, we're not gonna beat them overnight. This is not gonna be an overnight type of situation. This is gonna be little by little, here a little, there a little, and that's what's happening. You know, endure to the end. And that's what I was thinking of. You know, like when this little diabetes situation, and you know, I was hurting last night, man. I was hurting, you know, cramps. I didn't have the dizziness like I used to have, or the headaches that I used to have, but them cramps was killing me. I did have a slight headache and dizziness at the same time, which can be very frustrating, but not being able to sleep while going through this. So I just started praying, because I remember, you know, when we was looking up, you know, what to do in a situation when you're frustrated, what to do when you're tired, and when you feel like you need relief. You know, we used to hit the Mary J. You know what I mean? Hit the Mary J, lighten your day up. You know, I was raised in Christian. I was raised in a Pentecostal church, so I didn't do a lot of that. I didn't do none of that. You know, coming up, I didn't do none of that. You know, I might have had fam around doing that type of stuff, but you know, I was in sports and all of that, and you know, I was big on not doing, you know, putting none of that. You know, I might have had a beer, a half, not even a half, quarter of a beer at 17, and fell out in the bed, you know, and some Blue Bull, I still remember. But Yahuwah said, when you are frustrated, when you are hurting, when you have pain, when you have any situation, just turn to him. You'll be amazed. If you are hurting or if something is wrong, just pray to Yahuwah with your soul and your spirit and your aspirations, and you will be amazed of how your body will react off of that, and he heals you. That's what makes it so wonderful, you know, to just believe in him, of how he can heal your pain. I was hurting last night. You know, I'm figuring out how to eat right, I've been eating right, the last 9-10 months. But I'm figuring out how to eat with this situation. And I was hurting last night, and I started praying, man, and man, all of that pain went away. Everything was breezy. I still couldn't sleep though. I still couldn't sleep, so I had to go to work sleeping and all that. But the pain, it's amazing when you believe in him and you apply your belief to his word. He'll show you something, man. He quick with it too. He quick with it. He's grand. He's great with it. If you believe, if you apply yourself to his word, if you change your life the way he said change your life. Like they say, Satan right now, he don't want you to do what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to do not what Yahuwah wants you to do. That's all he wants you to do, is to not do what Yahuwah wants you to do. He don't care about everything else. He just his enemy is the Most High. So, a lot of people is not seeing this. It's kind of odd how you can have emotions and feelings and, but you don't believe in this or that. You don't believe in the Most High. But you bumping that music though. We come in this world right now. We born into this thing. So it's like a kid being born into their parents' household. If a kid is born into their parents' household, they're going to be accustomed to what's going on in that household.
Shalom. Yeah. Sad. They messing with us big time.
Messing with us?
Nah, but you going good, man. You bringing it out. I'm gonna fade out.
So when we was born in this world, right? Okay, let's just say the Chronic album. That's when I first started getting females. When the Chronic came out, when I got that bad attitude, when I was a nice kid, I couldn't get no girls. But when Chronic came out and Beyond, and all that, and, that's when I started getting girls in 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, when you're born into this world, you don't know what it's really supposed to be because you're dealing with what you're dealing with. You don't know that secular music, that you're listening to secular music. You don't know that this jamming and partying and birthdays and holidays, you don't know that that's not what you're supposed to do. Because we was born into this. Every holiday, every grocery store got up the holiday. It go from Valentine's to April Fools, Memorial, Labor, and the school is set up. Oh, it's Labor Day. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. You don't know that you're not supposed to do that. So I don't know. We have a spirit to dance to that music, but we don't know that that's actually a spirit that's being applied in that atmosphere. Whether it's right or wrong, or whether it's doing the wrong thing or the right thing, we was born into this. So we was fooled before we came out the womb. But now we are here debating and fighting and gang banging and doing all these other things, and we don't know that ain't what we're supposed to be doing. in based on specifically what it might be that you're doing. Some people may not want to gangbang. Some people may not want to smoke cigarettes. But I'm just saying, as a whole, in this land, Satan is the God of the Old Testament. This is his land, his world right now. But it's not. A lot of people are not able to slow down and decipher that. I wasn't either. I didn't know either. Even though certain things I didn't do. I might have been a straight and narrow, but I still danced to that music, though. I still went to them clubs. I still went after this or that career. Do you know? Okay, Terrence J, right? The BET host. Terrence J just got they tried to rob him at his house, right? In Sherman Oaks.
Mm.
Well, do you know who was up for that role before Terrence J got it? I was. After AJ and Free. And Yahuwah he's so good to me because each time I come to an opportunity that did not come to fruition, I had enough drive in me to keep going, and it'd be another opportunity. I had a lot of opportunities where I was supposed to be this, or I was supposed to be that, and they wanted me to have that role.
Papa, you got your clothes on?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me. Yeah, man. It's sick, man. It's wide open, man. You see a lot of entertainers is sponsoring eating cannibalism, eating flesh, and the Jews put out another video how they grind up babies and put that stuff in there. So we still support them people. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got $2 trillion and we spend it on their McDonald's when we know that they're doing rituals to it. So that's what this is all about. We got to stop this, and it's time to unite, man. We spent $2 trillion with them. So why are we doing so much complaining? So it's time for us to put our money together. We got to get our money together. You see what I mean? It's time to we spend $2 trillion. So it's time we get $2 trillion, man. No more complaining. We got to put this money together and support each other. Different ministries, different home businesses. That's the type of attitude we got to have. Different people make holistic medicines and stuff like that. And we got to get to that. Prophetess done joined us here.
Shalom, shalom, family.
Shalom. You want to chime in? I had two other people on the panel also. I don't, they do a lot here.
Okay, well, basically, I just want to agree with the Ak, what he said and what you're saying, the other Ak, regarding our buying power. We do have something called a buying power. And I was just mentioning to somebody else today, it's very hurtful when we ourselves don't feel the obligation to shop with one another. Every other race on this planet feels that obligation except for us. The Mexicans, you don't see no Mexicans going in no black stores. I'm using the word black, but melanated. Let's say melanated stores. You don't see Chinamans going in melanated stores. But we will shop with them. We will buy fake hair from them, nails, polish, you name it, food. We go to their buffets. We feel an obligation to them. Why? When the pandemic first hit last year in 2020, other people, some of our people was, giving back, trying to figure out a way to give back, to us, make sure people got food, make sure people got water, whatever. But soon as the pandemic was let up just a little bit, they were standing in line at our people standing in line at the Asian store so they can get their fake hair and fake nails and whatever else and their Chinese food. So now No other race on the planet behaves the way we do when it comes to our brother and sister. Okay? And then you got our brothers and sisters say, well, yes, that's a black business down there, whatever. And they're not up to my standard or whatever. Well, just like me, I'm, if I go to a restaurant, okay, there's a couple here in town. One is melanated Chinese food, meaning it's just us making the Chinese food. And it's pretty good, but I've had some bad food from them. But what I did was I called and I let them know that, okay, this wasn't like this when I first bought it. What is going on? I just want you to know that you're sending out bad food or whatever. And the owner said, well, we really appreciate that. We going through some changes in cooks and things like that and everything. And but I went in there last week and got me some veggie fried rice, and it was wonderful. So they still going through staffing, situations or what have you for whatever reason, but we don't have the patience or we don't care enough about each other to say, hey, okay. The other restaurant I was telling you about, they had something, it was Brussels sprouts. It was some kind of Brussels sprouts, but it was Brussels sprouts, but I forgot what it was. And it tasted like unbelievable in a bad way. So I went up there and I just had to break it down. I hope my people weren't going to go off on me or nothing, But I told them, I said, hey, as a friend, as a customer, you need to take that off the menu. That is horrible. I went back up there another time, to see had they taken it off the menu. Sure enough, they took that off the menu. So the thing of it is that we have to be loving to one another, patient with one another. If things ain't quite right, this is a small business that's attempting to serve the community. It's not like I found out something else from this particular owner that I was in there last week. The melanated Chinese food house. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's a restaurant. But anyway, I was just chit-chatting with her and I was like, well, there's one, I know there's more than one, but we know for a fact that particular one got caught because they shut him down. They were serving rat meat to our people. Then we wonder why our people crazy. You're eating rat meat. Okay. So you know what she told me? She said, the USDA have a different standard for international business owners in the United States. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, they're not allowed to do certain things because they are international owners. But since she's a quote unquote American, they could come in and shut her down for a little of something. So this is my complaint. My complaint is we need to shop with our own. We need to turn our dollars back to ourselves. Even in the so-called Jewish community, they turn their money over at least 7 to 8 times before it leaves the community. This is what I'm saying. We got to do. If we know a mechanic, he's pretty good or whatever, go there. Because if you go to the dealer, he's going to charge you 5 times what his job is worth anyway. Come on. It's brothers out here that want to work and that will work.
Oh man, that's it. 100%. That's it. This the blueprint here. You know what I mean? This the blueprint. That's exactly what we need to do. If not, we're gonna get punished, man. We're getting punished now. My brother who left the line, who got kicked off by the internet, was saying that we behind. We way behind. We way behind. And I feel that in my spirit. That's I'm feeling we way behind, man. So, I don't want to be wandering. I'm not a person that wanders. I'm not insane. Doing the same thing over and over, thinking you're gonna get a different result. That's insanity. So,
Mhm.
you know, let's get out of that, man. Let's
Mhm.
get out of that. You know, choose ye today. Let's cross over. It should be the Exodus now. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Exodus people program.
Mhm.
You see, Exodus a program. And
Mhm.
this is to the elites, to the anointed ones. Because you said a lot of everybody ain't gonna be able to learn this. So the leaders, we definitely can't do it. We getting punished, man.
Mhm.
Get punished,
That's
man.
just
We
like me.
being stupid.
I'm an artist, excuse me. I'm an artist. I make all kinds of things, and stuff like that. Actually, I want my people, I'm making it for my people because my people resonate with the things that I make. And I feel proud that I make something. If I see you wear it, that do give me a good feeling inside. Instead of you going to the Asian store and buy some knockoff red, gold, and green hat, when I can sit here and make it with the hand. You know who it's made by, and you know how it was made, and you know good and well it was made by the prophetess, and it's blessed already. It's not cursed.
See, that's what we're talking about, man. Israel got it's time for us to unite and support each other. Um, brother was telling me earlier, all of a sudden he had got diagnosed with diabetes. So I'm like, we can ask the people. I always gave up different herbs and different ways to get rid of it. Anybody in the chat, some different ways, to knock diabetes out. You know what I mean? That a lot of times diabetes creep in because too much sugar in the body. So once we do a lifetime of sugar, it gets caught up in our veins and all that cholesterol and sugar and plaque and all of that. And when we are athletic people, we athletic people, and the way you were in high school, right now the Most High is punishing anybody who's not in the state that they was in high school. I'm just noticed that off the seeing gift of the last 10 people that had diabetes and high blood pressure. When I go check them out, they go, I wasn't like this in high school. They show me their picture. I say, oh my goodness, how in the world you 5 times the size you were in high school. See, when you graduate high school, you're a grown man, biggest you're ever going to be in life. So you got to get back to that state that you was when you was in your prime, 20, 19. See, that go your body. Some people let their stuff go. The baby ain't no excuse to let your body go to 400 pounds. I had a baby. So what? Grandma had 12 of them. Still carry water on her head, no hands. While she was carrying another baby in one hand and had food in the other. So what? I was an athlete in school. I ran a 4.4. So did I. I still run it. I had a 40-inch vertical. I still got it. I boxed a young dude the other day and bust him down, training, running his mouth. Same as Mayweather. Same age, same shape, same condition. You only get better when you get older. Fine wine, age with time. But the Most High created us in his image, but Satan despises that. So everything he creates turns the table backwards. The Bible says Judah is a lion out the womb. You see?
Yes.
King David said, the Most High trained my hands to fight. I ain't got to work out. He trained, make my feet like hinds feet. That's us. We're the children of Israel. Like you talking about. We already make us this way. So Satan takes that away. Huh? So we got to turn back to the way we are, our natural state. Go back to our first love. You see what I mean? Go back to our first love. When you was a champion, you was playing football, was playing sports, and you was acting in high school or whatever you was in school, and you was trying to be the best, in school. I don't care what you was, a cheerleader or what. You was doing real things, working out, eating in shape. I'm gonna go, I don't eat that. I got a cheerleader. I got a model. I got my shape. I got to get a boyfriend. See? We left the first love. I'm just keeping it 100 for the people who find themselves abominable. You left your first love. That's all. Return back to your first love. I don't care what your age is. Get back outside. Start playing ball. Start hooping. Start running. Leave that sugar alone. Sugar is worse than crack cocaine and cigarettes. Huh?
It is.
It is. The last 30 people dead that I wouldn't check It's all because of sugar, and they all basically was in churches. Cause I'm like, I'm just keeping it honest, man. That sugar, man. That sugar is a danger. We got to get sugar, salt, anything white, they say. But I know sugar and corn syrup, you got to watch it, man. It's hurting our people big time, big time. I'm going to look on here real quick, see what a couple people say to help with diabetes and stuff like that. But basically, you got to return back to your first love. If you was an athlete and you disrespecting the way the Most High made your body, Bible said Judah is a lion out the womb. Even in his old age, who gonna rouse him up? See? Huh? After I put hands on these young dude that, oh, you're OG, you still, yeah. You got more skills, you got more, yeah. So that we gotta get back to our first love. Let's get back to that. Let's, if I don't know what Yeshua did, right? But I don't know what Moses did. I don't know what Joshua did. I don't know what Daniel did, but I know they did a 40-day fast to clean their body out. See? So we don't have to know what nobody on here did. I don't have to know what's in your body. I didn't know it was in Moses. I didn't know it was in Joshua's or Yeshua. But it said they did 40-day fast, a Daniel fast. And after that fast, a lot of times they were found to shine, 10 times brighter than everybody else. What's the problem with us? So, we got to get back to being real. Come on. My grandmother knew that. You see? Sometimes we got to do shut-ins and things like that. We got to get back to that holy stuff. You know what I mean? Be holy for I am holy. And I'm going to look on here. A couple people say a 3 or 4 day fast or knock that out your body. 3 or 4 day fast, because the body will start eating up the cholesterol, eating up the sugar, eating up the fat that's stored in your in all that cancer. Your body will eat that up and spit it out. You'd eat it up and spit it out. Get you some echinacea flowers and some sunflowers. Juice them and put in your body. Just liquid, just liquid from the Most High. Nothing from a store. A cure cancer and diabetes.
Well, actually,
3 or 4 day fast. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sid. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. We want to unite. And if any of the Bible said we overcame by the testimonies of the saints, we the saints. So anything a person got, any problem they need, I don't care if they need food, money, clothes, healing. Mm-hmm. Ain't that what the prophets did? Yeshua came to open fields. Yeah, I'll come to your town, man, and we'll have revival in an open field. It don't matter. There's no excuse. There's gonna be no excuse. Nothing gonna stop us. So, that's what we got to do. All come together. The Bible says Israel, which is my firstborn. We the firstborn. Mm-hmm. I'm asking the firstborn, help brother out, help sisters out. Mm-hmm. We looking for answers now.
Okay. Ironically, I met a young man tonight. This evening rather. He deals with nothing but natural products that come in internationally. He deals with like the sea moss, the oregano oil, which I love oregano oil. I don't want to be caught without it. Oregano oil, boswellia turmeric. Boswellia turmeric will eat up any fungi in your body. And basically, boswellia turmeric is frankincense and turmeric. I usually get it here in town made fresh, but this young man here, I forgot where he told me it's coming from, and he's pretty well known from what I understand. But to show you how the evil one work, he was almost killed in a car accident last week by a hit and run driver. And he showed me the photos tonight at the barbershop, because I deal with a lot of barbers selling my soaps. And so he showed me. And so see how the Most High do. He put you in the right place at the right time. Satan puts you at the wrong place at the wrong time. Hallelujah. So he told me he was getting ready to go to Florida in today or tomorrow, whenever he said, but I have contact with him now. I got his phone number. He got my phone number. So we're going to be able to help some people that way. And he said, if I want to become a distributor with him, he would love to have me, to work with him on a distributorship. And I told him, I said, you can't tell me nothing about oregano oil. If you get a in the throat, you just go get you a little vial of that. Gone. Okay. You don't need to go to no doctor and say, oh, I need some antibiotics. Them the best antibiotics on the planet is oregano oil. I told him tonight, we got to get back to the natural way. The natural way is healing through herbs and laying on hands. So sometimes you got to lay on hands, but then there are sometimes in smaller cases, like, okay, you could just take some oregano oil and it clear up your fever. Or clear up.
Oh yeah, that's it. That oregano oil is the truth. I had a little bit of that this morning. Feel that little cold coming on, a little bit of stuff coming on. That oregano oil, man.
Here we go.
Coming out you.
Hallelujah.
Definitely coming out you.
So,
it had froze a little bit. I just jumped on there.
So I just wanted to say that since you had already said that, it was very appropriate at the time, because that just happened this evening. So there is a cure for that. Do you have diabetes 1 or 2, brother?
2.
Oh, it's curable. Don't you let nobody tell you it's not.
Well, yeah, they did tell me that, I'm in the beginning and I can go ahead and nip it in the bud, just by exercising and eating right. But they still wanted to push them pills on me, which of course I'm against that. And it's kind of odd when I told the doctor that I didn't want to, take the pill because, there's recalls on it and it messes up your liver, and that's what I'm trying to replenish is my liver. And he's like, I understand that. So he tells me that he understands why I don't want to take it, and he actually agrees with it. Mm-hmm. He comes back later in the day, and he says, okay, I understand you don't want to take the metformin, but because it's the liver situation. However, we have this other one that you might be more interested in, and it's called glipizide. Dude, you're giving me another medication. Like I don't want to take no medication. You know what I mean? Like, so they are very aware that these medications have effects that if your liver is messed up, why are you giving medication that messes up your liver?
Correct.
It doesn't make sense to me. And I talked to this one guy that I actually knew up there. He saw me in the room. He was like, man, what you doing up here? And he told me he was also a diabetic and he had been on the medication for 2 or 3 years. And he told me that he takes the diabetic medication, which led to him having to take heart medication. And he has to take, it's another one in your body, high blood pressure. So you started off with diabetic medication. Now you have to take the heart medication as well as high blood pressure. Please tell me where that makes sense. I don't get it.
Well, you could get you some milk thistle to clean your liver. There's a lot of things. Yeah, milk thistle.
Yeah, I heard that. They had those in a pill form too, I think. Milk thistle. Is that a flower?
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, that main thing you want pills is, I guess, you're trying to get away from pills. Who made them? Who put their hands on them? Are they dirty hands, clean hands? Is it encased in pork casing? Yeah. So I'm not into buying somebody's pills, because go in your backyard and get the dandelion. Why wait for somebody to turn the live dandelion with liquid into a dry pill? So you going on fast. Daniel's diet, they eat things that's alive. You're trying to bring your body alive. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Alive. You are what you eat. So stop eating processed dead stuff. I don't care if it's pill, salt, sugar, bread, white flour, bleach. You know, I'm just being honest. You want to get the stuff like the Garden of Eden. So you want to fast. You want to take yourself up on top of a mountain so you can get fresh air, fresh sun. You know, the four elements. Take your shoes off. Let them rebalance in the dirt.
Yeah.
You got to get back, man. Take that
Yeah,
stuff
that's
off. The four elements, man. You got to take off all that stuff. It's probably our clothes, too. I looked up some stuff on cotton and linen. Linen is 5,000 BTU of electricity. Cotton is 100%. So white linen is the most holiest thing you could wear. It purifies the body. It's by itself. Just wearing all white linen, all white cotton. Put that on your body. So when people fast in them churches, they put on all white linen. I didn't know why. I didn't know why the Bible said, who's these people in all white? So I had to keep looking this stuff up, and it's just been hitting me lately. These people got a full demonic attack on us. Full demonic attack. We're getting attacked by wickedness in high places. That means these are the masters. Like you say, Satan is the master of this world. Master. Don't you know you got to take all them clothes off, bro? Take all that stuff off and burn it all. Burn everything that got a name on it. Burn all that Puma stuff. Everything that's idol. Anything that's created for idol, burn it all. Go get you some all white linen. Take your shoes off. Take all that stuff off. Take stuff off your head. Anoint your head with holy oil, oregano oil. You got to anoint yourself. That's what's got to happen. You got to anoint. You got to anoint yourself back. Your chosen
And
vessel.
speaking of that,
And Satan knows these things.
like how you say, you know, burn all the clothes, and you know, like how sister was saying, like how she make clothes. You know, she make clothes. It feels good. You know, my question is, how long has this been? I mean, how long has it been going on that where a brother will go and support a Chinese or Korean business versus our own? Because, you know, it's been like that. You know, you see a brother with a clothing store, you may not even go in there. If you had a market, like a outside market, and they got several stands set up, and you see a brother with some clothes, you got nice clothes, whatever, you might support, but you know, it's not going to be a residual business. It's not going to be a consistent business as far as, okay, this is where you go. But you go to Macy's, you know, you'll go to the Foot Locker, you know, you'll go to these known name brand stores, consistently get your stuff. But I'm just trying to date back as far as possible. How long has it been this way to where we would support another nation or another race more so than your own?
I remember when we were children, and I'm probably older than both of you. I remember when we were children, basically we had small stores in our communities. Our parents didn't have to drive anywhere. They could walk, or they would send us, you know, anywhere from a 1 block to a 2 block radius. At that time in the community where we come up in the Central West End, it was a lot of quote unquote Jewish little corner stores, but they had everything we needed, butchers and what have you. You know, it was like a baby New York, you know. But so I remember doing that then. But back then, there were a lot of melanated restaurants as well in our communities. So we patronized them. But I'm going to tell you, around about 1975 or 76, something like that, if I'm correct with my memory, the Asians began to move into our communities with their dirty food. We didn't know the food was dirty. We didn't know the people was dirty because we didn't know nothing about them. We just started buying their food. It was just, but now I know that they work witchery to make money. So they was casting spells upon us at that time. And we had no idea. No idea. And so I could go back to then in our community. I don't know how it was somewhere else.
I mean, did
I
it date
pretty much
back
just
to
said, well, I was just gonna agree with her the same thing. We got to get back to the village life. You know, the Bible said, gather yourself together, build houses, plant gardens, and eat from that. And that's what Big Mama house was. That's what my grandmother honeymoon house was. Everybody in the neighborhood, community, village, tribe, whatever you want to call us, everybody came to her house. She had jars, mason jars. That's where I'm at now. I'm with a tribe, a family now. We about to start. It's the world is over with, man. If you're not doing this, you're gonna. I'm not gonna say them words, but we're seeing the results. So you might as well say it. You're gonna get punished, and that's what's happening to our people. They're not being obedient. They're gonna get punished. But the Spirit is allowing us to get punished. So the Psalm say, "It was good that you punished me and you afflicted my body. Now I can turn. Now I can turn back to you." So that's what you got to say to the Most High tonight. So it's good that you punishing me. You see what I mean? Now you could turn back. Some people need that. You see what I mean? Some people need that to turn back. So it's good. All things work out to the good for the Most High. But that's how it was in the village. Everybody came to her to get. She was always canning jellies, and she had everything: cookies and cakes and sweet potato pies, and everything. She even made wine. You see what I mean? Muscle dyeing grapes. I'm just keeping 100. She made it all.
And nobody had diabetes.
Nobody. She also had corn liquor. You see what I mean? So come on. She lived to be up. My granddad, 117. She lived to be 99. So that's how it goes. That's how it goes when you eat from the yard. We was hungry. She go in the backyard and chop greens, chop food down, and come back in and cook it. So that's what we got to get back to. They dig a hole and put a bunch of fish in the hole in their backyard. You see what I mean? Nobody buying no. We didn't never in our life bought. I ain't ever in my life seen them buy fish from a store. Oh, there was always somebody getting fish out the pond, cleaning the fish, scaling the fish, and cooking fresh food. So nobody had none of that diabetes, cancer stuff. I don't care if they was 300 pounds. We got to get back to that. What happened was everybody thought that their money was something. You see what I mean? From what I noticed was my people down south, smarter ones, started to get them jobs up north. See, they went up north. I got me a big job in New York City, in the city, and I got a big job in California. I got a big job in Boston. So they left the little country spot where they had everything made. They lived to be 120. Their own everything. We had our own medicine, our own doctors, our own everything. But something about that white man came with that segregation. Oh, our water better. Y'all can't have this water. Y'all got to have that water. Oh, we got hospital. We got this school, and y'all can't have these schools. Y'all got. So we, that they played us by putting different little people in there and fighting for their school. I want to go to the white school. I want to go to the white hospital. I want the white water. We already got water that come from the earth, from the Most High sanctuary. Got us living to be 120. So they hoodooed us. They said they hoodooed us, and all this and that. All right, these guys we got them food that they want our medicine. So, all right, give them the vaccination shot. These guys living to be 117, eating from the earth, and act like they want a medicine so bad. It was the same way in the Bible. We had the ability to talk to the Most High straight up, but we wanted a king over us so bad. We wanted an Obama type demon over us so bad. We wanted a Saul so bad. So we got to return back. The Bible says, when a people that's made in my image turn from their wicked ways and seek my face, then they're going to start hearing from heaven. So that's what we got to do. We the ones made in the image. So we got to turn from this little wicked stuff. Anybody that's made in the image of the Most High, and you dealing with a heathen, the Bible say, envy not the heathen and choose none. Man, I got to stop screaming. I'm trying to stay calm, man. But we can't choose none of their ways. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. Christmas, Thanksgiving, buying their beer, buying their wine, buying their weed, buying their shit. God, holy, whatever you want to call it, we don't choose all of their ways. You see what I'm saying? I want to get vaccinated for school and, all these different shots since kindergarten. We done chose all of their ways, bro. Just being honest. So we got some turning around to do. You know what I mean? And, so the easiest way to do that It's like when people been to jail before. I don't care if you police in jail don't care if you are heroin. Yeah, hey, I'm in jail. I got to do 5 years. Hey, I was outside in the world and I was doing heroin every day. I was smoking cigarettes every day. I had liquor every day. Could you give it to me? I need it. Policemen gonna laugh at you. See, but then 3 days later, your body cleans itself out. 7 days, 10 days, people come out of prison and jail, and they've had all them diseases and problems, and they be clean. Upstate shine. So we don't need no correction officer to correct us. Got to correct ourselves out here. You know what I mean? We got to correct ourselves out here. It's time to be strong. Correct ourselves. You know, if not, pray to the Most High, and he'll break that. You know, if not, we come together and help each other. Strong, bear the infirmities of the weak. You know, healing them hands and things like that. Yeah, but
this makes me think back, you know, because I'm looking at us, I'm seeing it, you know, we on this platform right now. And I'm pretty sure that there's other platforms that's having the same conversation, but we're not connecting. And I know that marketing is one of the main ways. You know, we actually gonna have to hit the pavement to bring, you know, they say community by community. We're gonna have to hit the pavement and start marketing. You know, bring these ideas together to certain communities as far as the business that or the talents or the expertise that this individual might offer, like the mechanic, and she makes the hats and the clothing and things like that. You know, yeah, we talking about it, but you know, we're actually really gonna have to hit the pavement if we really want to see that type of change, and especially when it comes to educating individuals about the different flowers and natural plants and the different milk, you know, milk thistle, not in a pill, but get it from Yahuwah. You know, don't go to the store to get it, but this stuff is right in our backyard. This stuff is along the river walk.
Yes.
You know, we got to hit the pavement to bring those gaps together.
Yes,
you know? And what the reason why I'm saying that is because, you know, I'm from Little Rock, and in Little Rock it's a lot of robberies. It's a lot of robberies. And I went there and for 6 months, whoo man, almost, you know, got my head blown off and all this other kind of stuff. Just somebody trying to rob. You know, they trap you in apartments like that. They trap you in a one-way apartment. You go in and you can't get out. You got to go through them, and if they trying to rob you, they off heroin and all this other kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is, you can't have, if you black, let me put it like that. If you melanated, you can't have a business. Like I wanted to go out there and, you know, have some business ideas with my family and my mom and all that. But the thing that stops us is, soon as if somebody see you getting successful and you making money, guess what's bound to happen? You bound to drift down. You know, especially in a town like that. You know, they coming to blast your head off. They shoot all the black businesses, somebody getting killed. So it makes you afraid to create that type of revenue or try to make a change in your community, you know, and it makes me not want to go back home in a sense, because those things happen. So it's like an obstacle. It's like, wow, you know, and guess who it is that's shooting those melanated people? Melanated people. It ain't nobody else coming in that store to shoot the people that own the chicken restaurant, you know, famous chicken restaurant or the barbecue spot or whatever. You got melanated people who thinking they playing it small. Then the type of people that rob the liquor store. Now you come in there, you got a clothing store, or you got a barbecue or chicken or whatever, or they come in to blow the owner's head off. So it's kind of, you know, frustrating when you're trying to do something positive, you're trying to make those changes, but as soon as you have a food truck, you're getting robbed. You're getting killed over pennies for the most part. So that's a real obstacle. But at the same time, you know, we're gonna have to hit the pavement to reach the individuals that may be inspired to hit the pavement as well. So it's not something that we could do as a mass communication, because it's from community to community. When you do mass, that's when you're in trouble. But we need to, in our own, like for instance, you got Denver, where, you know, sis, where you might be, I'm in Louisiana. Yo, we on this platform, we talking. We got these great ideas, but there's a lot of space in between us. And we want to make the difference of the space in between us. So that means, the best thing to probably do to maybe approach it the right way, because it ain't going to be on the radio. It ain't going to be on the TV. We got to make flyers, and we got to really have someone that's knowledgeable in those specific areas within these communities. And I believe that if you can create a little energy, if I can get out and if somebody see me passing out flyers, or if I have a table stand or whatever, somebody may be inclined to stop by. Somebody may be inclined on a daily basis to stop by. Somebody may be inclined to walk 10 to 20 yards down to where I'm standing and start picking up dandelions, or start recognizing different plants or fruits or berries or whatever that's in the area, to create this thing, to get this ball rolling, because that's what we're talking about. We got to get this ball rolling. And I guess that's something, that might be a little difficult, especially when you have individuals coming up to you with a 12 pump or whatever, because you out here trying to be positive. You out here trying to make a difference or a change, but you have those interventions, and that's real. You know what I mean? Because that's what's happening. People coming like that, especially now. They injecting people coming from if you out at night, if you out at 7 or 8 at night, and you've been at a club, and it's happening to people right now. And you done have 6 or 7 drinks, somebody come just yap you on the leg real quick, and you out. Next thing you know, you in the hospital. What did they inject you with? So that's what's happening as well. They said no church in the wild, and that's what's happening right now. It's wild. My wife, like I said, my wife went to the grocery store today to get me some graham crackers, because I had a little business right here. I ate the graham, I was great. But what I'm saying is, she went to the grocery store, police everywhere, blood everywhere. A dude then came to the grocery store with a sledgehammer and hit one of the workers. Okay? The workers are vaccinated. I don't know if the dude, whatever, vexed up or whatever, but how you gonna bring a sledgehammer to the grocery store and hit somebody with it? So I told her, hey, why you ain't take no pictures? Why you ain't take no video? And she just, the police didn't want her to, get him, they wanted her to go around the scene and all that, so she didn't really get no video or nothing like that. But it's wild. I'm like, yo, and I'm looking at the news. I'm seeing people getting injected, not just at the big concert. Travis Scott, it's happening. It's happening in cities across America, and it's going to be more and more intricate things like that happening. So that's something else to take into concern, when we're trying to do what we're trying to do, but at the same time, you got this crazy stuff happening on top of Babylon falling, which that's Babylon falling anyway. So how do we intervene? How do we intertwine our positive energies and our effects, or our what we plan to do? How do we make come out positive? How do we make that a win-win situation? It's just Yahuwah. He running it the way he running it. We are where we are. He gonna bring us together. How he gonna bring us together? Because I'm looking at my brother over there at the mountains over there in Utah. I'm like, oh, we need to go to Judah, man.
Hey, and check it. I don't dipped out of there since then that quick. I mean, now I'm closer to you. I'm right in Georgia right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Georgia right now, yeah, man. So,
can I add something, please?
Yes.
What the brother just said. He said that a man come in the store and hit somebody with a sledgehammer. What was the prophecy, Yaki, that the Most High gave me?
Oh, that was the prophecy. You said
out of March. That was exactly the prophecy.
It came and hit him with the
sledgehammer.
Came and hit him with the hammer. You see what I
And
mean? And exactly like you said, with injected somebody else in the neck. He fell out. She
stay
just
out
had.
of crowds. Do our best. We Israel. First of all, we Israel. We know who we are. We Israel. We are targets. We all got a target on our backs. Okay. So we got to stay out of these large crowds because the demons they're hunting us. This is a spiritual warfare that we're in. And he said he would do nothing unless he warned the prophets first. So the prophets must take their places. So I'm big ups to Brother Yaqui and you tonight for coming on, because it's not my show, but I have to say this because we got the evil one has ramped up everything. Now we got to ramp it up too, because the Most High, what kind of God we serve, and we can't wrap it up, and we see them, and we see the imitator, the great imitator, then ramp things up. We got to ramp it up too. So that means we got to unite. I remember back in the 60s, 1968 to be exact, when the Black Panther Party began to go around the country, they came in our community, and I was one of the children so I was 8 at the time, that they were teaching how to love our hair, how to love our beautiful skin, how to love our community, how to love one another. This is what we got to do. Our people don't know how to love each other. And then I want to say one other thing. As far as the brother said about starting businesses and people robbing you and this and that, he is so correct about that. But I have 2 things to say about that. One thing I have to say about that is the Asians, the Arabics, all of those are not afraid to go into the worst communities and start businesses. And they are well aware of what's going on like we are. Okay. The next thing is that we have something that can't be bought with money. We have something called the Ruach HaKodesh. We have to we have to pray over our businesses. We got to, stay prayed up. Even when we walk out our door, even when we in our beds, even when we coming in and out of our own houses, we got to be prayed up. Period. So even if we do open up a business or whatever, them demons ain't allowed to come in that business because they know already you prayed up. Trust me, them demons are aware. Okay, now for instance, let's go back a few years back when the white guy came in the South Carolina church and shot up the 9 people. He sat there for 30 or so minutes. Not one person in that church discerned his spirit. Okay. Now I can't tell you what the nut was thinking about. I can't tell you that. But what I can say is he was allowed to come in that church because there was no gatekeepers there. That's what the Most High told me. There was no gatekeepers. A gatekeeper is somebody that's filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. They ain't allowed to come in there. A Jewish man asked me about 3 years ago, well, can you tell, he was really nasty to me too. Can you tell me why or how we can stop these people from coming in shooting up our churches? I said to him, because the Most High told me. He told me quick. He said, ask them, do they have any gatekeepers? I said, do you have any gatekeepers there? And he said, well, give me your information. Give me everybody, every pastor you ever worked with, their phone numbers and addresses. He said, because other than that, I don't believe you know what you're talking about. And my friend was sitting next to me. She told him, you don't believe what she's talking about? You don't think she knows what she's talking about? I didn't have to say nothing to the man because my friend jumped him. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I've been in churches where I don't even tell people who I am. They just figure something, I've had pastors that walk up next beside me and just stand there for a minute. They're trying to discern my spirit. But see, when the Most High calls somebody out, a true prophet or prophetess, yeah, somebody, They might be an old prophet, like in the Old Testament. Yeah, they might be an old prophet. They can figure you out, but they ain't walking the walk. They just talking the talk. They ain't walking it. Okay, so we have to have something called a Ruach HaKodesh walking with us all the time. We got to call them. We got to ask them to come. We got to ask them angels. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, to go before me. Keep us from all hurt, harm, and danger, seen and unseen. We can't just have a business and then, and keep it separate from the Most High. No, it ain't gonna work. It can't work because of who we are. And those demons know who they can attack and who they can't. That's why we got to be fed the word, because if we don't have no word in us, we can't fight. What you gonna fight with? You can't kill a demon with a knife or a gun. You might could kill that body that demon has possessed at the time, but that demonic force haven't been touched. That thing only obey the word.
Yeah. That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. You know,
hallelujah.
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 I see it right here in St. Louis. You see them Asian people, they go in the worst neighborhood. Even my own self being born and raised here, I don't even want to drive in that neighborhood. They go in and set up a business because they work with the devil. They work with magic. That's why they do this with Buddha. They do this with Buddha. I guarantee you can go in any restaurant. Their restaurant, they got a Buddha sitting up here. They give them oranges and flowers and candy and blah, 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 blah.
It's witchcraft.
Yeah.
Witchcraft. We got to get out of that. The Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. So
correct.
Stop debating and unite. So if we don't unite, we're just going to keep wandering in that same circle. So many people died in the wilderness. People don't understand we're in the wilderness. Trump done told you all the numbers who don't know. Some people got to, 2016, 19 to 2019. That's 400 years. You know what I mean? So what happened after they did 400 years in Egypt? Joshua and his crew crossed over. I'm crossed over. I'm crossed over. A demon can't do nothing to me. So the other people wandered for 40 years before they all got murdered. So 2019 is about to be the year 22. So that's 3 years. That's 3 years since you've been set. You've been awakened. All right. There's 3 years. So you've been wandering 3 years. Cross on over out of that state of staying in Babylon, buying stuff from stores. Huh? You're going to be murdered. Everybody who's stuck. So we got to come out of that and unite like they did. You see what I mean? Unite like they did. So that's what's going on. We all in the wilderness right now. Some people getting turned to salt because they're looking back. You see what I mean? They're looking back. I want to go back to that store and get me some Pepsi. Let me go back there and get me a bottle of that wine they make. I want the wine that the Chinese make or the Jews make or the whatever idol that the America done made you put in your mind. I want that bottle of that Henny. Nas said, go get Henny. Huh? Nas, do it to men. So I'm just being honest, man. You have to let go of they idol. The Bible, when you read Revelations 2:22, he say, I got a few things against you because y'all suffered that woman Jezebel to teach and to seduce y'all to eat things offered to idols. So they'll put a naked woman on there. You understand what he's saying? They'll put a naked lady on there to get you to buy the Henny. But they don't use naked women no more. Little Nas is a man who did it to the devil and became pregnant, and he sells Henny to our people. Black people say they only drink Henny. Well, them niggas do it to men. I mean, okay, that's them, but and then they put the blood in his shoes. So imagine what's in that Henny bottle. You guys buying shoes with devil blood in it, buying Henny, men who's doing it to the devil and getting pregnant in it. and then wondering why we messed up. So, you know, it's okay to make mistakes. The 400 years is over with. So now it's 3 years of wandering for people. Anybody still buying and drinking them stuff offered to idols? You 3 years wandering. You close to your deathbed. So you want to get the spirit of Joshua and choose ye today, because it's spiritual. Remember, you say coming for spirit and truth. So it's time. You got to. It's time to exodus that program. It's exodus time. You know, for real. We got to be obedient all the way, bro. All sisters, bro, all of us. And I'm back down here in Georgia now. I'm close to you. You know, we got to. Me and sis was talking before about coming together doing a revival. So the 12 disciples, even after Yeshua passed, they went city to city, state to state by foot doing revivals in different places. Even Paul, the same thing, revivals. So what we supposed to be like them, even walk as they walk. So that's what we saying. Stop debating and unite. I don't know why we so scared to unite. We some scary people. I mean, we're some scary people. Scared. So the Chinese unite. See, that's what's going on. You see what I mean? Because they don't know they self. So when you don't know yourself and you ain't got the Holy Spirit in you, then you see you got room. Satan got room to mess with your mind. See? Power, love, and a sound mind ain't sound. Insecurity in there. Some type of fear in there. All of them spirits of the mind and body and soul, that's not of the Most High. I'll go anywhere on earth. I don't care. Anywhere. I go. I've been to all the worst cities on earth. Demons know who I am. As soon as I come through, I don't care if it's 5. I'll come right to Little Rock, Arkansas. I don't care. It'll be 50 men with shotguns right in front of your home. As soon as I step there, they're going to clear out the path.
That's right. That's right. It happened to me. It happened to me just like that one day. It did.
That's how it happened to me, bro. Yeah. That's what happened. The anointing goes with me. I got the army with me. The host of heaven with me. The Satan, the spirit's going to say, oh, not him. Yeah. So, you know, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to that. You see what I mean?
Man, you hit it on point. So
we got to get back to that.
I'm going to explain that situation a little bit, right? So my cousin had met this girl, and she was moving to Milwaukee, and we had just moved to Little Rock, me and my wife, and she had some furniture that she didn't want, and she was giving it to us, you know, for the cheap, and it was really nice furniture. So we go over there. My cousin is driving. My son, I had just the 2 kids. I had my son. My son was probably 2-3 years old. So I'm up in the apartment getting a furnace or something. I think she had a heat furnace. It was a nice antique heat furnace. And my cousin just happened to be in the front seat. This guy is walking up. He got a hoodie. He got his hands in the hoodie in the pocket. You know how the hoodie got the pocket right here? So he got his hands in the pocket, in the hoodie pocket. And he is walking up to the back door. He had an SUV. He walking up to the back door slowly. My son is in the car seat. My cousin is bending over, messing with his foot because he had a foot injury in the front seat. Me and my wife is in the apartment looking at the furniture and looking at what we want. I'm coming out with the furnace. And I had a big Lakers sweater on. And the dude looked like he is pulling out this pump to put on my cousin. But he looks up and sees me. And he does a military turn and walks the other way.
Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Just made me think of that when you said they see you and they turn, because every time I'm in a situation, Yahuwah has been there for me. When I say every time, I mean every time in my life. I've been through a lot of experiences. It's unbelievable the type of experiences that I've been in, including, you know, I ain't never did no gangbang. No, I've been in a lot of situations.
Yes.
They don't mess with me, man. My wife, one time we was in LA and she said, don't go up to this liquor store. I said, I'm gonna go up here and get me a soda, you know, to go with my vodka, because I was doing comedy at night. She said, "Don't whatever you do, don't go in this store." And I said, "Ain't nobody in the parking lot. I'm gonna go in the store." She said, "As soon as you go in the store, about 30 niggas is gonna pull up." Man, I didn't believe her. I go in the store, man. About 30 bloods pull up, red eyes, guns, everything. I'm in the store paying for the soda. No, I go in the store, but two dudes come behind me. So I asked the dude where was the sodas at. He said at the back of the store, at the inside of the Coke machine. Because I ain't never been in the store. I turn around, two dudes standing in front of me with guns. And I said, "Excuse me." I split them. I had to split them. They were just standing there. I split them. Whoop. When I get to the Coca-Cola machine, two dudes standing in front of the Coca-Cola machine. I said, "Excuse me." I split them. Whoop. Got me a soda, 75-cent Coca-Cola. Turn around and go back to the counter. The same two dudes is standing right there. I said, "Excuse me." Split them. Whoop. Go to the counter. Two dudes is standing at the counter. I said, "Excuse me." Whoop. Pay for my soda. Now I got to go back out the store. The same two, I had to split them, split the other two dudes, get out the door. When I got out the door, it was 30 niggas standing there doing this. Hold up. I mean, hot, red eye, doing like this with their guns. I just looked at him. And another dude was at the car door trying to holler at my girl. I got in the car, backed up, and drove off. You know what my wife told me? Usually, you would get killed in this situation. She been in love with me ever since. I had that ruach all around me.
Hallelujah.
Every time I've been in a situation, they don't mess with me, man. I don't know. I never knew what it was.
Hallelujah.
But you know, that same situation, the dude was coming up to the car. He was going in his pocket. He was pulling something out. Come to find out, that was an apartment complex. It was a one-way in and one-way out. And come to find out, that's the apartment complex that they trap you in to rob you. 4 days later, 3 people got killed trying to get out at the front of the apartments.
My Lord. Well, they know who they can touch and who they can't. I just had a recent situation here where I live at right now. Some people, I never done anything to them, never said a bad word to them or anything of that, but because of who I am, let me put it that way, or whose I am, they didn't like me, okay? And they were trying all type of things for me to get annoyed with them or say something bad or whatsoever, you know, so something can kick off. But they didn't know. I started praying, honey, and I talked to some people that I know, and I asked them to pray for me as well. And one of them come back as a prophet. He came back and he said, "Let me tell you something. If they don't come to you and apologize for what they did to you, they won't be living that long." And I'm here to tell you, it was about a month and a half they had to move. And I'm so glad. I mean, it looked like when they moved, it looked like a weight or something was lifted off of me, because they were casting spells. But the Most High had me, but that didn't still stop them from attempting to cast spells upon me. These were witches, Latino witches. And like I said, I didn't do anything to them, but I give thanks and praises to the Most High. So this is how we have to be. We have to be courageous. Okay, we have to be courageous, because that's the only way we're going to make it in these days. And like Yakai say, it's really over. So now what I did was about a couple of days ago on the feed, the live feed, I just cut those people off. You know, I'm not going to debate with you. I mean, you're going to tell me the word hallelujah is satanic and you know, and things like that, or Yahweh, you know, the Tetragrammaton, and all these things are satanic when we know for sure, yes, people have taken the quote unquote pentagram and call it the pentagram. But it's actually it's 30, I'm sorry to say it, 33 points of power. The Most High gave us certain types of power. You know what I mean? And so if you don't study enough, you won't know these things. So our people have to learn how to love each other. We got to learn how to study our culture, which is our Yahweh's word. We got to learn how to become doers of that word. We can't just read that word. And we got to also be filled with the Ruach, because that's where our protection lies. You want to talk about protection? I've been had it all my life. They've been trying to kill me ever since I was born, even before I was born, excuse me. Okay, so I can tell you story after story after story after story. One day, maybe I'll get a chance to write a book and tell those stories to people. Because when you're protected by the Most High, they can't touch you. They can try, like Job. What did he tell Satan? He said, you can do anything you want to do to him, but you can't kill him. So in other words, the Most High say, that one over there, I know he ain't gonna curse me. That was mine. That's how the Ruach work. He said, my children know my voice, and they will not follow another. So that's how he know. He go at night searching people's hearts. So he already know who's his and who's not his. And he got angels encamped around us. Those angels, those demons must obey. It gets scary sometimes because you know these things. Well, if people don't know it, that's why a lot of people are getting murdered these days, getting killed, what have you. But then we have to ask ourselves, why? What is going on around them? They have not protection of any kind. You can see somebody get cut, stabbed, shot, and they still alive. Why? Because they had a work to do and it ain't done yet. So the Most High is saving them for that work because that was a job specifically made for them. I keep telling people, this young man, this 2021, so that had to have been 2019. On my Earth Day, I said, Father, I don't want no gifts from nobody or anything. I just want to use this Earth Day to pray for somebody. And this young man, he, probably about 30 minutes after I said that prayer, I heard the police coming to our apartment complex. I said, what the police doing here, you know? And so I looked out when they got along with my door, and there was a young man had OD'd on our steps. I said, oh, okay, that was my opportunity because I said I wanted to pray for somebody, right? So I prayed for him, and they gave him some Narcan, and he came. When I got through praying, I went back, and I saw that they gave him Narcan and brought him back or what have you. So I already knew that young man was put in my line of fire so that I could be able to witness to him, to let him know what time it truly is. So 2 weeks after that, I saw him again, and I told him, I said, brother, you know that wasn't a mistake. Do you know the Most High brought you back? Why? And he was like, I really don't know. I said, because you got a call on your life, but you must obey. Okay, for a whole year, Every time I see him, I would ask him, you know, you at full circle, don't you? And I would explain that to him. Full circle means you have to obey. You have to do what you're supposed to do. You've been warned. You've been told. 2020, maybe at the end of September, he was run over by a car and killed. He was sleeping in the basement, which I had no idea. He was sleeping in our basement. And when they cleaned out the basement, they left his boots. And well, of course he left his boots. But anyway, they took his clothes out, but they put his boots underneath the stairwell, the maintenance people. I said, Father, what's all this about? They got the clothes, why they didn't take the boots? So anyway, the boots stayed up on there. So I told my king, I said, you know what, I'm going to do a memorial for that young man. August 13th. So he was killed before August because my Earth Day is on August 13th. So August 13th, I did a memorial for him and his life because even though he was disobedient, he was warned. And I took those boots and I took a picture of those boots and I did a memorial on Facebook because that was a life that was gone too soon. He looked like he couldn't have been no more than 30, in his early 30s. Very young, strung out on heroin. But see, that's what it comes when somebody warned us to obey. You know you got to obey. And if you don't obey, then it's trouble for you down the line. Yes, even though he had grace and mercy to let him live another year or almost another year, that's all he had. He was at full circle. I told two other young men the same thing. When the Most High sent me on their path to witness to him, I told them, you at full circle. You must obey. If you don't obey, then you're in trouble. And all of them is gone on to the other side right now today.
Wow, that's same with me. That's why I do this, man, because there's a prophet a lot of times. This don't be no calling like you asked for. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, it ain't no life you want to live. Like, you can't stop seeing. You can't stop hearing. So it ain't nothing like, you ask, and then whatever we saying, whatever she's saying is all facts, man. It's all true. And man, it's just sad, man, that people could speak words, the Most High show you something in a vision, a dream, or speak to you just like we speaking now, and tears come out your eyes, and then you got to go tell the person this information. And every time you tell them, their eyes light up and they say, wow, man, I know that's the truth, man. He showed me that. See? And then they don't even have to, if they don't listen to what you say, they be gone. That don't happen. I don't even know the numbers, man. It's in the high numbers, so power, life or death is in the power of the tongue, especially his anointed. See, touch not my anointed and do them prophets no harm.
Mm-hmm.
He put a certain thing on them, a certain seal on them.
Yes.
And that's why I say this is very powerful, all the information that's coming out tonight, because, he said that Satan is the old serpent that fooled the whole world. And if it was possible, he would have fooled even the elect's sake. You see, he said all of us would have been at Sodom and Gomorrah if he wouldn't have left a remnant. So he had to leave some remnants. He had to leave a remnant of him. You see, and that's where we're at now, and that's where the government trying to shut everything down and poison everybody at a high rate.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Because the supernatural power is here now. So it's time to tap into that. If you don't tap into that, the Most High is raising up. He's sealing them 144,000. He's sealing priests. He's raising up people that's of the same kindred that you better hearken. That's why the Bible says, unto them, you're going to hearken. See, if not, they don't, you're going to be gone. You're going to be gone. A lot of restaurant people got a strong curse on them, a strong witchcraft on them. They're showing you the rituals. You saw that dude have them people die, and he looked at them like they was cotton candy to eat. And another dude climbed up that ladder. I see you up there at the top of the ladder, way at the top of the building. Are you gonna jump down so we all can see your blood brain bust out and eat you? So that's how open they are. They open sacrifices. They want us, they're killing people live on TV. Got caught with little kids pedophile island where Oprah buying villages and the kids missing organs. She's not even in jail. So they showing you how much power they got, the whole world this is. And we still going in these stores supporting these people, watching them on TV, millions of people at a Rage concert where that's what they come there to do. Smash people and bust people and stick people. That's what that concert is about. That's what Rage is about. Rock and roll. Now they got, the children of Israel doing satanic rages. So that's where we at. We never did that stuff. Devil worshiping was never cool. I remember that Ouija board back when I was 9 or 10. I'm still scared of it. I think I saw one time. I was only 9, 10 years old, and I knew better. Spirit. So that's certain ones that got that spirit. So I'm gonna fast and pray, and let that spirit come on in and do what it got to do. I had a video I wanted to show you of how strong the witchcraft is. You see what I mean? The Bible says he's gonna punish anybody. Remember that? See, everybody talking about the mark of the beast, that vaccination and these different things, but he say whoever take the mark of the beast or take the image. So a lot of us trying to take over the image. You see what I mean? And take their spot and be an idol and have people worship us and things like that. That's what Satan is. You know what I mean? He's a jealous, only one. So check this video right here. This is gonna show you how strong this is, man. This is something else. If it let me play it, it been acting up all night. Let me get it. Boy, he doing some stuff. Look at that. Won't even pop up. Let me see. Hold on, Mike. It's trying too slow. I don't get this. Let me see something real quick. Popping up. Let me see if it let me play this video. The Watchmen, see that? Yeah, the Watchmen. Watchmen on the wall, gotta warn. Oh, is it playing? Oh, it is playing, but why they ain't showing on TV? Add the stream. All right, watch this.
Was fascinated.
Definitely ready for his close-up there.
Kind of looks like you when you take a picture.
It kind of does, actually, yeah.
To see this is Finn. We're about to show. Oh my goodness! Take a look at him. He's a resident of the Oklahoma City Zoo.
Boy, they don't want me to get nothing done. Look at this guy. Okay, so they know they messing me around. I probably. Why they don't let me do nothing tonight?
And check out this cute video that the OKC Zoo
And this week, the zoo's ape caretaker took over their Instagram, and we are all loving that they did. And as you can see, Finn was fascinated.
definitely ready for
by
his
the
close-up
camera.
there.
Kind of looks like
Can you hear me? You can hear me?
I just heard. Can you hear me?
Yes.
That was the first thing in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, the Most High don't want him to show us that. Brother Kai?
Man. Am I on?
Yeah, you on. We hear you now.
This you see how they do? They don't want that. They don't want that to show. Man, they don't want you to see.
The Most High didn't want you to show us that.
Well, I tell y'all what then.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off, man. They messing around with everything. It was working fine, everything working fine. They know how to mess with your get into your computer and kind of hack it a little bit. I hear everybody complaining about it. Everybody on YouTube complaining about it. They hacking real good. They know how to hack real good. This is crazy, man. I'm not even on Facebook. I'm on a whole different website, but they still can get into that somehow. Everybody complaining about it. This is what they're doing. It's part of the battle of Armageddon. That's why he's trying to switch it to that
Things I've said.
to that metal, to that metal world. See, they let that play. That ain't the video. But that's what that's part of this battle of what's going on. You know, this Satan got the airwaves and he don't want no truth coming out of it.
Correct.
You see what I mean? This video was showing how they do people for a job now. Like the lady on the air news, white lady, she called the black dude a straight up gorilla ape and then showed the monkey on screen. And then instead of him being like, man, I ain't no gorilla, no ape, no monkey, he like she like, you look just like Dave. He says, yeah, you're right, I do. You see what I mean? Right on air. So I'm like, these dudes getting tortured. They're getting tortured for a job on there right now. They're getting tortured. You see what I mean?
Well, the Most High wants me to suggest something.
Mm-hmm.
How about us start planning?
And check out this cute video that the OKC Zoo just posted.
Okay, you have to see this. This is Finn. We're about to show. Oh my goodness, take a look at him. He's a resident of the Oklahoma City Zoo. And this week, the zoo's ape caretaker took over their Instagram, and we are all loving that they did. And as you can see, Finn was fascinated.
Definitely ready for his close-up there.
Kind of looks like you when you take a picture.
It kind of does, actually, yeah. Very close to the camera.
What? You heard that? He kind of looked like you a little bit. And he kind of does too. It looked like me. Look at this dude here, man. So you see, that's what we're dealing with. See what I'm saying? So you say, how did we get this far, and how do we, shop with them and devil worshiping, and how did we get this far? How did we get to that? You see what I mean? How did we get to that right there? So that's what we watch on sport.
He looks upset.
I mean, you're holding it in, and you got to do all of that for a job. So you're definitely upset. But she called you a gorilla, and he looked just like him. He goes, "Yeah, it kind of does look like me." You see?
Yeah, he actually said that.
Yeah, he actually said that.
Wow.
So y'all can look that up. Just look up the anchor calls the black guy a gorilla on live on YouTube, and they'll pop up. And you know what I mean? I'm trying to get this thing off. They messing around with me. They don't want none of this information out. Man. Let me see if I can get this off.
Can I suggest something?
Yes.
Okay.
Over their Instagram, and we are all loving that they did. And as you can see, Finn was fascinated.
Definitely ready for his close-up there.
Kind of looks like
you.
Yeah, when you take a picture.
It kind of does, actually. Yeah.
It kind of does, actually.
Very close to the camera.
See? It kind of looked like you. Now she patting them how they do. Remember, President Trump was patting people. Yeah, she go patting them.
Because I want to.
Now here go the fake apologize.
Not only to my coworker, Jason.
Here we go. There they go. They got it all, man. So let me get this out. I'm trying to get this off and keep going, but that's how they get down.
That's wild. But you know what though? We shouldn't take that type of stuff personal, because we know what it is.
Yeah, I don't take it personal at all. It just it's showing me, where we at. You see what I mean? I wonder, like, that's why I couldn't get no job, because they're telling me the way they made that dude look. Like, hey, you man, you got to cut all your beard off. You got too much bass in your voice. All of that type of stuff to get a job. You see what I mean? And wasn't kiss and tell. So when I see somebody else who they replaced me with, and I see how they doing them, I see why the Most High wouldn't let me take them jobs. And I couldn't get them positions. Too masculine. Yeah. See, and the job's only for feminine men. So look how they torturing our people on these jobs. It's time to come up out of there, man. Some of them,
that's one of the biggest things that we.
You know what I mean? It's time to come up out of that. Am I hearing some echoing or something?
I don't hear any.
Okay. Get that out of there. Well, go ahead. Yeah, that's all I wanted to show. But anybody got something they could go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say was that far as the title of this live debating and unite, I think Israel has issues with enunciations. Okay, some people say tomato, some people say tomato, some people say Yeshua, some people say Yahuwah, some people say Ahaya, some people say Yahweh. So I really think we need to. Okay, if somebody else has a different dialect, let them have their dialect, because we're not the Most High. The Most High is the one that has control over his people, whether we want to believe it or not. I can't make you say tomato when I know it should be enunciated tomato. But that's not going to make me love you less because you say tomato. So this little small thing that's dividing us is the name of the Most High. Okay, and I get that a lot, but I don't let it change me, because I know I was called by the name Yeshua Elohim, which I had no idea what that meant. Never heard the word ever in my life, and we was raised up in church, in the Baptist church. My mama made sure we went every Sunday. We didn't want to go, but she made us go. So I never ever heard that word up as till an adult, till I got 50 plus years old. And so that's what I'm going to call him. Now, if somebody else disagree with me saying Yeshua Elohim, because that's what he said, call him, then I don't have. Those are your
and you know what? Yeah, you're right. Those are the issues. And the reason that those are the issues, it's a reason that those are the issues, because he said many antichrists want to come. Everybody still want to be some type of safe. They hold on to some evil, because the only way you got to be able to live the name. You see what I mean? Bible say, "Be ye holy, for I am holy." So if you can't live the name, he said it's going to be called the way of holiness. So I don't care if the people in Sodom and Gomorrah, they knew pure Hebrew and knew how to call on the Most High name. He murdered them all, but men were doing it to each other. So, and come on. So what do you profit that you know the name and you can't live it? Huh? So, our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name. Can you live a holy life is the question. See? Be ye doers. So it ain't about what you know. It's can you walk it out? Faith without the works is dead. You have all the faith in the world and learned the name and got faith in you knowing the name, but do 0% of the work. Can't use you. So, that's why I'm looking for the light. Let the light shine. Holiness, walk. It's time to kind of like really walk around, really live the life. If not, angels can't protect you. Your body ain't anointed. Knowing the name won't anoint your body. See what I mean? And everybody's looking at knowing the name won't anoint your body. It didn't anoint them people in Sodom and Gomorrah's body. It didn't anoint them people in Babylon's body. Fallen angels knew the name. So knowing the name means profit of man 0. You got to live the name. And also, it's just so many. Everybody want a doctrine. Everybody want a doctrine. You can't eat. You can eat meat. You don't supposed to be marrying people. You don't have to be single. Or everybody got these different doctrines, but ain't nobody really trying to live the life. See, you got all these different doctrines, and you still supporting Babylon. It's time to tribe up. It's time to tribe up. Once we come together, you see what I mean? You're gonna see the rules, the commandments, and we're not gonna leave our village. We got to have everything Everything we need is already there. He said he's gonna meet us in the wilderness and heal us and talk with us in the wilderness. I mean, come on. That's what we got to do. And I think a lot of people is real scared of that. And the one who not, just gonna have to start uniting and making it happen, man, because it's over. Can't say it no more than that. It's over, man.
Can I say something? I'm sorry. Can I say something? I want to go back to something you said a little while ago. You said you were saying that you was talking about something where you're using those things, quote unquote things that have been altered to idols. Okay. And the Spirit brought to me our women with this fake hair. Most of that hair, unless it's synthetic, the rest of the hair that is real have been offered to idols. And we plaster that mess on our head and we wonder why we ain't got no edges. All our hair is out on the side, all in the back, big bald patches, because we're wearing hair that have been gifted to idols. To gods, to witches and warlocks, and then the Chinese go and buy that hair after they put it on the ground. They bid on it like a auction, and then they come and bring it back and they sell it to our behinds. This is the type of things that we gotta stop doing.
I love this, man. That's what I'm talking about. This is it. They go all the answers. This it, man. We bring in the sin that we bring in. 400 years is over with, y'all. So now it's time to turn yourself. Remember, after the 400 years, what did the Most High say to Moses? I have made you like a god unto the Pharaohs. Huh? What? See, that's what the government's scared of. A lot of y'all can tap in and make yourself like a god. The Bible says, ye are gods. Huh? Yeshua found it not robbery to call itself a god and be equal with it. See? So it's time to call on that power that they can't call on, man. That's really that, this thing is deep, man, but I think everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen because that Bible is nothing new under the sun. It's like that Bible is beautiful. We're walking out exactly what it said. We're walking out the exact same story that happened in Egypt. We're walking out Revelation. We see everything happening. And it's real serious time now. It's like we either unite or stop complaining and go through and get punished. It's like unite or get punished.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. That's what I see. Unite or get punished.
So, and also the Most High, he's separating the wheat from the tares. So in this hour, in this last hour, we should be doing the same thing. It's just that simple. People don't want to listen. You can't make them listen. You can't force them to listen. You can't force them to change. We have to keep on moving. If this is the simplest way I can put it, if time don't wait on nobody, who are we? Time don't wait on nobody. We don't have no time to go back and pull back Jesse and Sheila and Peter and whoever. If they didn't, we warned them. The Most High said we could plant the seed. He'll send somebody else to water it. And then only he can make things grow. It's not our job to make people grow. The Most High is clear in the scriptures. Only he can make things grow. It's our job to plant the seed. So like the brother was saying, if we go out and get on the streets, basically what we do, we planting the seeds. We can't make the people grow. This is why I get a little annoyed when I see, Most High gave me a prophetic word about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. He told me that he used the Hebrew Israelites brothers like bulldozers, like the IUC, how am I saying, if it's UIC or whatever they are, with the purple. Most High said he used them because he had to break the boulders with them. So those people were supposed to come on the scene and wake up folks, okay? But now the people have been awakened or still awakening or whatever. Now he said he's going to call others to break down smaller boulders. And then he said he's going to call another sector to break down the rocks. So if you heard me correct, we went from boulders to smaller boulders to rocks. Okay, so now we in the last hour where this is where love is supposed to come in at. So we're not supposed to be on the corner talking about the white man this and the white man that and the white man this and the white man. No, we're supposed to be ministering to our own people. We are the lost sheep. The Most High want us to be ministered to. So it's wrong when those brothers go out on the corner talking about the white man that we gonna beat y'all up. And that is all in the scripture. But it's not for us to badger them with that. We supposed to be teaching our own what thus says Yahweh. Most of them already know because they read. We don't. Hallelujah.
That's it out. Oh, this is good, man. That's what we got to do, It's village time. It's remnant time. So, revival time. Yeah, we got to get together, man, and
break the program.
You know what I mean? We got to get together.
Break out this program.
Yeah, we'll put the program together. We see
who's trying to break out of this program of which we have been programmed.
Right. Yeah.
The schools, the grocery stores. Our way of living is based on that program. But what we're afraid to do is, even though we've come upon the truth, we're still, including myself, I still go to the grocery store. I don't purchase the things that I used to purchase. They got, the lab meat is approved now by the FDA. So they're saying, hey, it's great. You don't have to kill animals anymore. You can just eat this meat from the lab.
Yep.
And like how you said, if they put blood in the Nas X Nikes or whatever, they must be putting it in the Hennessy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But we are too accustomed over the past several centuries of this program. And I believe that at the point, we are uncomfortable with breaking out of the program.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm speaking for myself. It's like I'm saying, how do I metamorphosize myself to break from this program? Because I still have a 9-to-5. That's a program. That 9-to-5 is what's getting me the currency to pay for this roof over my head. But at some point, the line, it's a thin line between love and hate. And at some point, I got to cross that line. At what point will it be 100% committed? Will I be 100% committed that I'm not living within this program?
Spirit showed me something too. That's part of what's giving people cancer and diabetes and high blood pressure and all that stuff too. Stress is the number one thing that causes all of that diabetes, cancer, and all of that anxiety. So when they put you in a job, you see how that lady just called that dude a gorilla, and he's so used to talking like he's so used to talking that talk that he's already got those satanic words in his mouth. Oh, here's the gorilla. The gorilla's so cute, and it kind of looks like you, Johnny. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like me. See, so we take on these jobs, and they oppress us on these jobs, and we have to talk these ways on these jobs and wear this ways and different stuff like that. That puts on that's a witchcraft. You see, that's a witchcraft. So I got to work this job. I got to do that to eat. I got to. You know, these things people say when they working satanic jobs. I know girls out here, I know men out here sucking other men off, and I got to feed my kids, so I do what I got to do. I let another nigga bang me. I had battles with men because, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Why you murder your man? Come on, you know how we is about that money. We got to get rid of that. That's part of the demonic spell too. Everything about money. That's materialistic. I got to do this for the money. I got to do this for this. What are you talking? What are we talking about? The Bible say if the animals work and get paid not, yet they feed their cubs every day, how much greater the sons of man? That's us. So he could sustain us, but we got to be obedient. You know, we got to be obedient, and that's what time it is, man. Then we got billions of dollars, but we holding up these little 1% of people. You see what I mean? The 1% of people, the NBA, NFL, these people making $800 trillion a year, and only give the players maybe one of that. So it don't make no sense. No black owners, and here we is still sitting here holding these people up. You see what I mean? We come down here in the South, it's all kind of righteous people. We got land, but it's a lot of our people don't turn to salt. We can easily come get together in these villages and make a remnant, a tribe. But with so many things got us connected, the spells. You know, I got it, my job or my doctor or my, see, everything except for my Lord, my Yah. See, I can't do that because my this. Oh, what did we talk about? Yah, it's 400 years is over with. We got to go to the maker and seek his face. Then we're going to start hearing from heaven. Well, I don't want to do that. It's mine, this, or this. So we're just going to pray that we can get out of that. I think we out of that. You know, he's spanking us a little bit. All of us, all our fault. You know what I mean? All of ours. And I think we're tired of it, man. It's time. This was great, man. Because this, I think we need to see this. We need to get whooped a little bit. And to the point where, you know, this whole year right here, I just kind of like been in a bus, kind of like going state to state, because it's like I can't be around people who stuck no more, man. You got to be in the truth, and you ready to leave these people all the way alone and come form on you know, our own land and be untouched. You see what I mean? Because they about to give everything to us. You know, they're just playing around trying to get a lot of us to die and get sick because it's our time. They're giving these Asian people their little rewards and all this stuff, but we're about to get paid. The Bible says we're going to leave with great substance. So the ones who endure. So quit them jobs, man. Forget about it. You know, let's have a little talk. You know, quit them jobs because long we got land. We the job. The Bible says I got kings and lawyers and priests and all of that stuff is within us. We got the healers and babysitters. We got every single thing we need. We're a nation already by ourselves. We're a nation. I don't care what, you know, we're a nation. So that's what we got to get back to. We're the most powerful nation on earth, and they done made us spooked. You know what I mean? We're the most powerful. We're the lions of the tribe of Judah, but they got us thinking that we're kitty cats or something. You see what I mean? They got us thinking that we're worms and ants that run. No, we're the lions. And, you know, the lions got to come together and form that pack. And ain't nobody going to mess with us. Ain't nobody going to mess with us. The Bible said that the angels of the Lord encamp over those who fear the Most High. We fear the Most High. So if you want them to encamp over us, let's come together and give them some light. To shine some light for them. And that's what they don't want. And that's what they did a great job. They did a great job because we should be having revivals, man. Them people was in captivity, and Paul and them people was going to have revivals all over the place. What's wrong with us? They didn't have no excuse. They was in real captivity. We up out of this stuff, could move freely. So they kind of captivity our mind, and it's time to get out of that.
You know, like the sister said, you know, you've been warned. You know, we prophesied and we tried and we let people know, and you know, we tried to get them to cleave on, and you've been warned. And the reason why I'm talking about this now is because this is what's going on with my mother. My mother knows of Yahuwah. She's aware of it. My mother, you know, she's been on drugs since I was 16. Well, since she was 16, excuse me. She had me when she was 17. But you know, she in her 60s now. And she's been fighting that and in and out of the penitentiary. And my dad died smoking crack. His crack pipe blew up in his throat, paralyzed him from the neck down. And he passed away in 2017. That happened 2016, went to a nursing home. So, you know, both of my parents was, you know, strung out like that. But my mom, you know, off and on throughout her life, these were the situations that we were dealing with. And just like everybody else, you know, you want to make it out to help your family. And that was me. I spent all my life worried about my family when I could have just took care of myself, and I could have been, you know, great, you know, in a lot better situation than I'm in now, you know. And so anyway, what I'm dealing with right now is that my mother had a stroke from doing that in 2019. I went up to Arkansas and brought her here and tried to take care of her. And, you know, she was paralyzed on the whole right side. She couldn't talk. You know how they had the lip to the side and all that after the stroke. She had that situation. You know, my wife was about to get ready and give birth to my baby girl. It was just a lot going on, you know, and we couldn't handle it because she couldn't take care of herself as far as prepare her own food and, you know, all of this. And she was a person that, you know, she had been, you know, strung out. So she was very irritating as far as nagging us and wanting my wife to help her with this and that. And my wife going, you know, she's anemic and, you know, and she's getting ready to have a child. She's going through all that, and I'm going to work. At the time, I wasn't working from home. So I come home and my mama been messing with her all day long. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. I was like, oh, no, this, my wife complaining to me, but she don't want to complain to her, you know, because she don't want to, you know, feel like she's disrespecting her or whatnot. And we brought her down here to help her out, you know, to get her to be in a different atmosphere where she at, you know what I'm saying? Because, whoo, it's infested up there. So I sent her back home because I couldn't take it, you know, and my wife, she couldn't take it. So we sent her back home. So my mother got well. She got a place and she got another place and all of that. And she got well and everything. And you know what happened? You know, she the same cycle. So this time, you know, I'm in the truth now. And I'm calling her. And then I didn't know she knew about Yahuwah. But, you know, she had been in the penitentiary and she spent time several times in, you know, and so she had, you know, she had been there and she had researched and all of that. And she had come across him and she was aware of it, you know. So I thought that this was going to be a turning point for her. But she's a lifer at what she does. So this time, you know, she's in her apartment and everything, and we know it's going to be kind of bad because nobody's living with her. You know, normally when somebody's in that situation, it may be a little bit better if they have a grandchild living, because when she had my brother's daughter living with her, she didn't mess with nothing for 4 years. And, you know, that was a good thing because she was occupied with the, you know, with the baby girl. But this time, she's living in an apartment by herself, and you know what they say, an idle mind is a devil's playground. So, you know, she ain't had no job and nothing like that. But, you know, she's living off of with SSI or whatever that is, whatever she's living off. And I'm calling her and she can't even talk. That's how messed up she was. I'm like, oh no, here she go again. She's gone. She ain't answering the phone, or she's out on the streets, or she's panhandling, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, I know my mama when she's sober, and I know when she's not sober. So, you know, I'm talking to her and telling her about Yahuwah. And when she's sober, I can talk to her, and, you know, that spirit will get in her. And she said, oh, she was happy that, you know, that I had turned my life around, you know, and that I'm speaking the way that I'm speaking. And she'd tell me, you know, I remember when you was born, that I knew you were going to be a spiritual guy, you know, at some point in your life. you know, and that's what she told me. And she was happy, you know, and I thought that I was going to be able to inspire her. So anyway, she had another stroke. She had another stroke. She called me the day before she went to the hospital. And she told me that she about to have another stroke. And I knew it was going to happen. I had been prophesying to her and, you know, reading the word to her, me and my wife, and talking to her time and time again, trying to get her to come back because I knew she was messing up there, and I wanted her to come back here. And she would make every excuse possible. She got to get this together. She got to pay this bill first. I said, well, you could just pay that from down here. And, you know, this went on for maybe 6 or 7 months that I was calling her, you know, chasing her, man, chasing her, trying to get her to come back. And next thing you know, boom, another stroke. Now, this stroke, it put her down bad. Now she's in a nursing home. Matter of fact, she in the same nursing home that her older brother is in. Then my uncle, he been in the nursing home ever since maybe I was 5 years old, 4 years old. He went to California and somebody put something in his drink, and he been I'm 45, so he been you know, mentally challenged ever since. He boxes to himself and all that. So anyway, my mama used to pick him up. All my aunties used to go and pick him up for holidays, you know what I'm saying, and bring him to the house. Now my mama in the same nursing home that my uncle is in. So, you know, I find myself in a situation, dang, you know, what am I supposed to do? You know, we paying her rent, you know, thinking that she might get better, but you know, I don't know, you know, and like, you know, the sister said, you know, you've been warned. So I'm trying to think, you know, because part of the reasons why I have this diabetes, because I just spent so much energy. We had the hurricane, and I was stuck in here for 6 days, and I had to walk around and smell death on the streets. And I'm looking for water bottles to bring back to my kids. I'm trying to keep my kids from running and playing so they wouldn't be too thirsty. That's how the water situation was. So I spent a lot of energy in that hurricane situation. Now I'm driving up to Arkansas. I'm going to visit my mama. I'm taking her these fruit blend drinks and vegetable blend drinks, and I'm trying to be in a life, and I'm thinking about moving there and commuting back here to the office whenever they need me to come to work in the office, because I work from home. And you know, I'm looking for places to live, and so I'm doing all of this while trying to inspire others in Arkansas who are still in the world. And so I believe that is part of the reason that I got hit with the stress. But anyway, I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place. And I kind of feel like I'm wasting too much energy worrying about something that I don't have control over. I want to get my mama out the nursing home, but even if that was to happen, she just gonna recycle right back to the same situation. So I kind of feel bad that I'm in this situation. Do I make the effort to get up there, and what is it gonna be like even if she lived with me? Or, you know, I kind of feel like, mama, you put yourself in this own situation, and you did it time and time again, and you want somebody else to come save you from it in order for nothing to come out of it. So I feel like I don't, you know, it's a relief for me to even think, you know, I don't want to deal with it no more. But that's my mother. So I don't know what to do. But I know one thing, it's stressful. You know, I'm recovering right now. I know that, you know, I can feel it in my body that I'm getting ready to kick this thing, and I'm gonna kick this diabetes quicker than 5 or 6 months, because my body is starting to remember. Once I get out there and start exercising, this thing's gonna be gone. I'm trying to kick it in 2 months, you know. But I'm dealing with a tough situation as far as, you know, do I put any more effort into going up there to help her and bring her these vegetable blends and fruit blends, and, you know, anything that's supposed to heal her, to get her motor skills back, because she's paralyzed again. This time she still can't talk. She can't even talk on the phone. You know, and that's something that I'm dealing with, you know, and when the sister said, you know, you've been warned. But I got to save myself. I have a family too. You know what hurts me even more? I was raised with my grandmother. I was the oldest cousin. All my cousins be at my grandmama's house. Yep. I don't get to see that no more. My kids, my brother got kids. Where is the grandmother? That's the most painful thing, to know that you was raised around your cousins. All your cousins, and now my kids can't see none of their cousins because we spread out. Ever since she passed away, my grandmother, the family just broke all up. So, you know, I just kind of feel like I don't want to put no more effort, man. And I just need to walk my own way.
Deep. That, you know, that remind me of my uncle. I ain't gonna say it's the same, but it reminded me of my uncle, man. He was the same way. He moved. He was elder, and you know, he was doing all that stuff. They know what they're doing, and it's like, you know, you going up there trying to do your best and stuff like that, but you can't leave them the water. You can't really make them drink. And then I kind of like broke it down to him real plain. We healed him from a condition, and then it went right back to the stuff. You see what I mean? All our families are the same. Big Mama broke up. Everybody broke up with it. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we in this condition now. People got to really get to the truth. And when I finally going in circles and circles and circles, and I'm like talking to my uncle, he was a real one. Even though he was doing all that stuff, just like he was just naming, the same testimony. He kept it real with me. I'm like, what's good, huh? He's like, this what I come to do. You see what I mean? Some of our people leave them Big Mama house. You see, he left Big Mama house. He knew you can't do that stuff at Big Mama house. It's all about family and, you know, doing the right thing, not too much of that trash. They leave that little village, tribal, raise a family type of atmosphere, and they go to the city to party. That's why they go to Vegas. That's why they go to New York City. That's why they go to the Mardi Gras. They go to party. And you ask them, like, well, you know, you hurting yourself. They know that is our mamas, it's our grandmothers. They come from 120-year-old grandparents. They come from knowing how to, you know, eat herbs and take a fast. They come from it. So ain't nothing we can tell them. They know how to take a break. But when it's party time and Satan, you got to understand it's Babylonian party time. The boys knew they supposed to have a woman, but it was party time. It's like, give me the men. You know, Sodom and Gomorrah's party time. That's what they got here. And then my uncle told me, you know, this is what I come to do. This is what I came to the city to do. He came up there to get any girl he could. You see what I mean? To get the intention of the little girl. To be 80 years old, but he's 70. He can get a girl a pill or $1 and give the nurse $2. And yeah, see, it's the whole world don't fail. They said prostitute not your daughter. The land for whoredom. Man, the government done got to fail the whoredom. Man, they sell Pepsi with a naked girl in panties. So Jeopardy, everything done fail. So it's, you know, they exploited that. And our people just want to just Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what they want to do. You know what I mean? I keep the blood off your hands. You know, pray to the Most High. Tell them what to do. But you know when you got to dust your feet and throw your hands up. You know when it's time. You see what I mean? Casting your pearls before swine. You gotta really be fully persuaded in your own mind that it's, you know, because after a while you're gonna be hurting yourself. You see what I mean? After a while you're gonna be hurting yourself. And my uncle told me straight up, and this is what I come to do, bud. I come to party. I come to get high. I come to smoke crack. I come to smoke powder. I come to get these young girls. I come to get steak every day, any second. They come for that. It's killing them, but lust of the eye, the pride of life. You see what I mean? And that's what he got caught up in. Elder, go.
Can I say something, please? I want to answer some of the brother's questions that he has. in his mind and his spirit, according to the scriptures. Okay, one thing we know that Yahweh, he's a healer and he's an afflictor. There is a time to heal and there's a time to be afflicted. There's a time to live. There's a time to die. Okay, especially if we come here to do something. As I said before, we have a time slot to do it. Now, only that person in the Most High know when their time slot, unless they've been warned by a prophet or a prophetess. The next thing is, the Most High told me to tell you these things. If you love, these are scriptures now. If you love your mom, your wife, your children, your mother, whoever more than him, Yeshua said you're not worthy of him. Okay. The last thing is the affliction that has been put on your mom. It is her walk. It's not your walk. Because the Most High said it's to make her become obedient to him. Okay. So right now she's in a position to do one thing or the other, to live or die. And if she wants to become obedient, she will live. But if she don't want to be obedient, the other thing has to take place, and it is what it is. And the Most High might not take her right out. He might just let her be afflicted because he chastens his children. He tells us that in the scripture. So I call myself a child of the Most High. When I begin to err, he's going to chasten me for sure. So we all got somebody in our family that's afflicted in these type ways, like Brother Yakai said. So what we have to learn is, the Most High told me, and I'm going to repeat that again. Time don't wait on nobody. Who are we? I'm not telling you not to love your mother in a way that a son or a child should love their mother. But what I am saying is what the scriptures say. Yeshua said, if you love them more than him, you're not worthy of him. So you have to do some soul searching, scripture searching, to know where your position is. You are a husband now, you are a father now. That's where your intention, and not only that, you got to answer to your father. So now you have to take care of your own, because the Most High made the man as a provider, to provide for his family and to take care of his family. And if you get all stressed out and have a stroke, then who's going to take care of your family? So that's not your walk. All you can do is pray for your mom, for deliverance for your mom. It is what it is.
Absolutely correct. You got to take it the hard way. That's what it is. You got to be obedient to my Father. And that is true. He said, if you love someone, you put someone before me, and it is not me that you love. And that's what it is.
That's it right there, bro. You know what I mean? That's it. That's wow. If I like to have also all on here, iron sharpens iron. The Bible said we overcome by the testimony of the saints. And we got to get it out. That's the word there, man. And I seen that before too, sometimes in certain situations that sister said, you husband, father, and then you got to also, we all got the same father. So, we got to respect those things there. If not, it's going to put a certain kind of stress.
Brother Yakai, can you hear me?
You got froze up.
Yeah, I see. But I want to say something else to you, King. Is this thing of us waiting on people, we got to be really careful because we love our natural born family. It's easy for us to get hung up. And I want to admit that and say that we can get hung up like that. So you know different from nobody else. But what did Yeshua said when he told his apostles to go 2 by 2? What did he tell them if somebody didn't accept the message that they was bringing to them?
Shake
What
the
did he
dust
tell
off their feet.
Oh, there it is.
Head to the next city.
That's it. So we're not supposed to be waiting on nobody. There's somebody. Okay, for instance, when you go out and witness, I've been in there many times. You go out and witness somebody. Somebody says, "I don't want to hear that," So you know what? I go to the next person, not too far from them, and they ready, willing to hear and listen. That's why we can't wait on nobody. Because while you over there doing that over there, 10,000 times, man, you done missed 10,000 potential souls to plant a seed in them. That's why we can't wait. I'm done. I hope the Most High don't give me nothing else to say. I'm done.
Let me go ahead. Go ahead and end it. Because we'll keep going. Boy, I did 4 hours. But this is all the Most High time, and this was beautiful, man. Sometimes you gotta get on here.
I'm ready to get on. I'm saying that I'm done talking. I'm listening now. I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been on 2.5 hours. So we're gonna come back. I'm gonna try to every day come on here because it's moving fast. Every day something is happening. So these people get up on. See, I'm not scared no more. I don't care what we do. I don't care if we get on here sometimes and just have to testify all day. Tomorrow we might have news to bring to people. Next day we might have to bring a teaching. Every day might be something different because I'm not scared no more. I'm not being scared. It's just I'm done with being a hypocrite. If we sit here and watch Sports Center and the news every single day, we watch these reporters and ESPN. I used to watch ESPN probably 4 or 5 hours a day, every day, every single day. Come on, bro, am I lying? Come on, we sat here and watched these people. Come on, 4 or 5.
Go to the homeboy house. He got it on too.
You see what I mean? Come on. So if we can watch these men that they got selling their soul, getting called gorilla monkey, we got these men wearing dresses. Come on, we can watch that stuff 4 or 5 hours. It's time to shut their program down because they're not getting anointed by the Most High. We are. So we're at the point where if we don't do what we do, we're gonna get punished, man. It's our time, so we got to step up to the plate. I mean, tomorrow I'll be ready to come back at it again. I'm gonna come back at it again tomorrow, and I
appreciate you
every single day.
Words,
and hit them every single day, and come at them every day, man, with something. Because it's our time, and it's time to unite. We're gonna keep coming every day until we all together. You see what I mean? Because once we all together, that's where the power gonna be at. You see what I mean? Healing each other and just being able to want to having each other back, man, having that atmosphere, having that angels with us all up under one camp. We gotta have that. The Most High, they did the revivals for a reason. That lady traveled thousands of miles to touch the hem of a garden for a reason. So, the 12 disciples did every single thing Yeshua did after he left. They went around doing everything he did. So that's the power we got. But we got to get together to do it and activate it.
Okay, can I suggest something, King, please?
Yes.
Let us begin to pray. That's what we need to do. We need to begin to break some yokes, okay? And pray and just worship. Let us have, I don't know what night, you the orchestrator, is just a suggestion on my behalf that one of these nights, whichever you choose, let's just have that a worship night. We play music, we somebody sing songs, somebody pray, more than one pray, whatever has to be done, let us get it done. Let us, Yeshua is a holy God. Okay. So since he's holy, let us open up the door where he can truly come in, or he feel good enough to come in. He feel like, I gotta say it. Okay, I'm gonna say it from a mother's point of view because I'm a mother. Okay, if I go to my child's house and they treat me like a bag of bones or something, I ain't gonna want to come there no more. They don't offer me a glass of water. They act like they're not happy to see me or whatever. How we feel about our Holy Father? Do you think he wants to come here and deliver us in our present stinking state that we're in? We don't know how to worship him. We don't know how to come together in unity. We don't know how to do nothing that he called us to do. We don't know how to love one another. We don't know how to take care of one another. Yahweh said, when we are washed in his blood, we are a new creature. That old man has passed away. That includes our old past life, history, etc., etc. But it also means that now we have a job to do, and that job is to carry out the good news. How can we carry it out when we can't even get together and pray? Yeshua always used to go on the mountain and pray every night. And you know what? I'm not against praying in the middle of the night. I'm going to tell you something. When you pray in the middle of the night, in the midnight hours, that's when he really is listening for real, for real. And a lot of us ain't even sleep at that time of night. I'm going to raise my hand. Sometimes I don't even get sleep 3 o'clock in the morning because the Most High, he don't want us doing all that sleeping right now. It's too much going on. We got to be alert. So why we can't be up praying at that hour? I'm not against that.
That's it. Somebody said earlier, fasting and praying. I said that earlier this year. We should be doing that for the rest of this year. You know what I mean? It's over with, man. Fasting and praying should be your way of life for the rest of this year. Over with. So tomorrow, we can come on tomorrow and do a worship day. All pray and sing and play music all day. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do tomorrow. That's what we'll do, Hey, because you got to do that. Solomon kept the temple open where they sung every day. So you see what I mean? It's time to unite. That's why I say stop debating and unite. You see what I mean? One thing about them Christian churches that they got right is they know how to worship. They know how to sing songs. They know how to have a good spirit and alms of meditation, hymns. Huh? Yeah, they ate pork and probably was hypocrites after that, but them people knew how to worship and sing them songs and open up that church. You see what I'm saying? And collected people and know how to treat people. You see what I mean? Yeah, we got carried away with that money and stuff like that, but I always was taught to eat the meat and spit out the bone. You see what I mean? I'm not no fake person. I give people what they did right, they did it right. Them people know how to worship and sing hymns and bring that stuff out and come in there and spirit was there and come on. So come on, we got to get to that. Even Solomon did that. David and them did that. So they had the power side and they had the spirit side. See, everybody got one side. The camp's coming with hey, it was time to be soldiers. Yeah, that's part of it. Christians singing, that's part of it. We talking about the fasting part. That's part of it. Now we got to put all 3 parts together and be a full package. How about I say stop debating and it's time to unite? Ain't none one of y'all else got it all. But when we all come together, there go the whole package. That's what I'm talking about. Whole package time. That's what time it is. Whole package time. Anybody out here debating against somebody else, y'all probably the enemy. That's the enemy. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to take a lot of slack, but I don't care, man. I'm keeping it real. I'm telling it spirit and truth. Spirit and truth. we got to put it together. Yeah, we're trying to put it together. So
I had some pain last night, you know, and the last couple of days I hadn't been able to sleep. I don't know if that's one of the issues or whatnot, but I can tell that this whole thing is getting better and the pain is getting less and less, and you know, it's beautiful. So last night, some things fluctuate from time to time, and I can see that the level of pain is getting less and less, and I guess my body is kind of stabilizing and understanding what's going on. So last night, I cramping over my whole torso is coming. And so I'm in pain. No matter how I move, it's there, I started praying. So I prayed over 2 to 3 hour period of time, just out blissfully in the air, to Yahuwah. And I just prayed, and I mentioned every positive name possible that I could mention. El Shaddai, Adonai, and, I'm just, and the spirit is coming in me, and guess what happened? No more pain. And man, do you know how good it feels when you believe in him? When you believe in him and he answers you, and he takes the pain away, and it just feels like a mist at the ocean. You know how you at the ocean and you feel the mist and it's just so breezy? That's what I was feeling. And I'm just smiling. I still couldn't sleep. So I put on, the Yahuwah playlist and Jason Nelson and I Am and Forever Is a Long Time. And I'm singing songs. It's beautiful. I'm up 3, 4 in the morning and I'm singing songs, that I got on the playlist, and I'm smiling because I know what the truth is. And if you put your faith and belief in him and you apply yourself to it and you stay committed to him, you don't run to pharmakia. You don't run to these other things when you're in pain. He said that when you're in pain or when you're frustrated or confused and don't know what to do, you turn to the word. And he'll answer your call if you the one. He know if you true or not. So there ain't no playing him. He answers me every time. And man, he answered me last night, and woo! I'm about to kick this thing. I ain't had it but less than 2 weeks anyway. It's gonna be a world record. I'm trying to tell you something.
Bro, you're gonna kick it within a week and 10 days, just like you said.
When I get out there and give me a little running and play some hoop or tennis, this thing is gonna be gone.
It's gonna be gone. Yep, guarantee it. That's it.
Talk.
That's it.
Keep that prayer.
Yes. Can I say something, Brother Yakai, please?
Yes.
Do you eat bread, brother?
I do.
How much bread you eat?
They say that ain't that one of the most important things to eat? I don't know. I get mentioned.
They lie because bread is high glycemic.
Yeah, that's the worst thing to eat.
Yeah, bread, rice, and white potatoes. They're very high glycemic. That type of diet, then you gotta lessen everything. I mean, like me, I might eat a piece of bread once a month. You know what I mean? And I'm doing it for my health, not because somebody told me to. I know it ain't no good. Okay. So white potatoes, very rare, very rare. It just is what it is. So you got to start there first. Do you drink alcohol?
That's how I got this.
Huh?
I was drinking that kosher wine, and I didn't notice that it was so sweet. It had so much sugar in it, and that's part of the reason why I'm in this situation. But I used to be an alcoholic. I did stand-up comedy for 15 years, so I was a non-diagnosed alcoholic.
Okay, it's not no shame. It's shame when you when you don't admit you have a problem or had a problem or whatever. But the reason why I ask you these things is because the reason why type 2 because it's lifestyle change. So if you drink alcohol, you got to let it go. If you smoke do you smoke cigarettes?
No,
All that's got to go. Cigarettes, alcohol, bread, stuff like that. And
carbohydrates. Carbohydrates.
Yes. But basically you got to have some carbohydrates because carbohydrates create energy. But you're not supposed to overload on them because you can eat like green peas. Sweet potatoes is carbohydrate. Any sugar content, fruits are carbohydrates. So
are you just chopping up on me, or she chopping up on you too, y'all?
Yeah,
Getting a lot of chopping.
she's chopping up a little bit. Let me we'll go ahead and end it and come back at it tomorrow. Same time. We've been on 3 hours. And that's it. Exactly, like she said right there, cut out all that white stuff.
Yeah.
All that white bread, white potatoes, white sugar, white salt. Cut that stuff out and just go with the Daniel's diet. Things from the earth. Just you are what you eat. Take a break and just eat things that's alive for a while. 10 days. You know that already from being an athlete. Eat things that's alive. Go ahead and just eat nothing but stuff that's alive, fruits and vegetables. Make sure they had the seeds. If you could find them wild, get them wild. Like me, I just went out there and got a whole bunch of stuff from every day. I go out in the woods and just go get things that the Bible say, pay attention to the different things I leave for the different seasons. So now that it's winter season entering, you can look and see all the pecans out there, sunflowers. I just picked some pears. I got a bag, about 25 pears. I just found a big, huge cactus, and it had big, big red pears on it. You open up the red pears, so many seeds, thousands of little tiny black seeds in it. Those are ancient plants, untouched. You see what I mean? So you can get them ancient plants like that. Look up a cactus. Somebody else told me that when I told them about the pears, they said, yeah, you can take the cactus leaf and blend it with your greens and it cures diabetes. I already know anything from the Most High Earth cures diabetes. So Daniel's diet alone. Stop buying stuff from stores. That's the problem. The same thing over and over. Take a break from the store. Eat only things that's creator created. And watch the hell go back to where it came from.
Just to let y'all know that, like I said, the lab meat has been approved by the FDA, and also in the foods they are putting plastic, and the plastic they're putting that in there to go after the T cells, which affects your immunization. So that's another thing. I don't know specifically which foods I'm looking at more, but somebody was a nurse was talking about it today. That's in a group that I do study with, every Sabbath. They're talking about how they're attacking the T cells. So these things are going on. It's a full on. There ain't no shame in their game. But that's some of the things that's also going on.
Yeah, because Bill Gates closed down all them farms. So these people, China, it's been like that. Taiwan, they make everything. China make plastic rice, plastic lettuce, plastic everything. So and mixing that stuff in and making money. So that they say 75% of our food is banned in the rest of the world. So that there you go. There you go. We got to take a break, go with the creator. Because it's so funny that look at a gorilla ape. We use the gorilla ape as an example. He's the closest thing to man, a gorilla. And he don't get no cancer. He don't get no diseases because he only eat things that's created from the creator. So we can't be, we come on. We got to get back to our original diet, So, sister was chopping up a little bit, but you guys get back to the original diet and fast and pray. He said these power comes only. See, that's the word we don't say too much. You see what I'm saying? He said this power comes only through fasting and praying. You see what I mean? So the Bible said, he who turns his ear away from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. So a lot of times people wonder, like, I've been praying, and nothing. It's coming back. He say this power comes only through fasting and praying. See, they don't want to tell you that part because they can't put down a chicken wing or a pop or sugar or see. So they're not gonna hear him say that part. So they say this power comes only through fasting. See, so whether we like it or not, we gotta fast, or if it's over, that's it. You know what I mean? It's Yahshua words. The power comes only through fasting. All the prophets knew it, but government not gonna tell us those secrets. So that's what we got to do. Tell each other those. And we don't spoke. The prophets don't spoke. The prophet don't spoke. The Most High already don't spoke to you. Revealed it to you. Now we just confirmating it, trying to walk it out. You know. So we're just gonna pray for fasting and praying, man, for the rest of this year. That's pretty much we gotta pretty much get on that Daniel's diet to the end of time. Until we get together, creating our own everything, where people don't have to live the village, because we've been sold out, man, all the way. So after that concert, I wouldn't trust these people for nothing. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. You know what I mean? I don't heard all the sick games, the sick stuff. The world is sick. We have to stop it and get together and unite. Because once we unite, they build them houses, plant ye gardens, eat from the land thereof. So that's where we can set up our protection field. Can't nobody enter. We don't have to leave for nothing. So that's our best bet. If not, we're gonna be, as long as we're in Babylon and surrounded by them, people are gonna be going in them places, getting that stuff, getting their money, getting their food. A lot of times when the Most High destroys somebody, our enemy, he tell us not to take their money. A lot of times them people took spoil. We're taking a spoil. They got cursed spoil. Their money is cursed. You see what I mean? Their jobs is cursed. Everything about these people is cursed. You see what I mean? There's no good. So we got to stop taking their money. Their money is cursed, man. Sad to say, but that's what's going on. It's blood money. It's sacrifice money. And we're being affected by it. It's hurting me now. You know what I mean? They really see us stuck in this stuff, man. It's deeper than we, it's deep. We're being operated by straight up witches, man, who's doing spells on everything. Every single thing they're putting spells. They're really doing these spells. Show us in the movie The Big Bowl. I worked in these plants. I'm done with that stuff. I worked in a plant where they was doing the magic. I walked up 3-story towers and put all kind of dead meat in one big giant mixing bowl, and here come that scientist with the white jacket and brought that little gas smell and made all the dead meat taste like Popeye sandwich. So I worked there. So a lot of our people know this stuff, but when you read that book, the potion that they putting in this dead meat, like you say, the lab created meat, I don't care if they're taking dead hair, everything, making food out of it. But the potions that they putting in that food is they say it's stronger than nicotine, stronger than a cigarette. So that's why people can know that it's dead stuff in that body, still can't get it. They know McDonald's fries won't even age, but they'll still go put it in their body. So that's the type of witchcraft spells is on us. So the only way to get us off of that is fasting and praying. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Everybody want to have some last words? Tomorrow we'll try to come back same time tomorrow. Just we're gonna worship tomorrow. I'm just gonna play some music, pray, and come on here and testify some more, because it's over.
Well, thank you, brothers, for coming on and bringing me on. Most of all, Brother Yakai. And it is what it is. We need to be like the 144 right now. We need to be practicing saying hallelujah for hours, because the scripture tell us they worshiping the Most High, saying hallelujah for 24/7.
All right, sister, we're gonna need you tomorrow then, because you know what I mean. Come on, we're gonna need you tomorrow. Cause I like that, you know, because that's where I'm from. I remember that, you know, going to churches and man, at the 3 or 4 hours, they just non-stop. I remember that. Come on, that's where we got to get back to. That's where that power come in at. Got to send the praises up, to open up the floodgates to come down. Yeah.
So like a brother like that have poured his heart out tonight, you know, can get healed. Or somebody on the line, we don't even know who it is, so they can get healed. See, we have the power through the Ruach, but the Most High say we have the power. Well, I don't want to mess up the scripture, but we have a sense of godliness, but denying the power. Hallelujah.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's it. And with it. So we're gonna that's it. We're gonna kick this thing off tomorrow. Let's get it.
Well, usually I have a Bible study on Friday night, usually at 8:00 p.m. That'll be my time, which is Central Time.
Oh, okay. What time is it now for you?
It would be 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
Let me see. Okay, it's 11. It's 11 p.m. now where I'm at. 11:09.
No, I'm talking about tomorrow night. Is my Bible study.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's 10:09 Central Time right now.
Yes. So I usually be done by 10. That's what we've been running.
Okay, you're an hour ahead of me. So it's 10 o'clock where you're at, and that's 11 where I'm at.
Yes.
Okay, so if we start at start early, I want to. I mean, it'll be all you will come back about 10 or something.
That sounds good. Well, it'd be 10 our time, it'd be 11 your time.
Right.
So if not, you know, I might have to miss you on tomorrow, and we can come back on Saturday, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. If I come through tomorrow, I might just get on here tomorrow, just play some songs, play some music, keep it going.
If you on late your time, I'll try to dial in.
Okay.
Okay. But I got to finish up this assignment. The minor prophets. I got about 4 more prophets to go, and I got to finish. I can't fall yet. I can't fold either.
Right.
Okay.
All
right. Pray out. Come on, somebody. One of y'all brothers. Pray out.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
All right, let's give it a shot, then. Father Yah, just want to thank you for another lovely evening. Thank you for a time that we're going to become closer to you. A time that we recognize in our wrongs and our rights, what we should do. A time that we're coming together and uniting as a remnant of the family of Yasharel under the Most High. Father, I ask you to heal us of our transgressions, heal us of our wrongdoing and of our past doing and our breaking the yokes of the families and the things that had done. Just asking that you keep your right hand on us, keep us protected and lead our decisions and our footsteps as we walk to the end of days. Just ask you, Father Yah, to keep us under your arm and keep us under your will and keep us under your way. Keep us inclined to continue to make the right decisions and to continue to grow and get the nutrients that you're trying to feed us, to have us break out of this program as this whole thing is falling down. We look forward to you. We look forward to being with you. We look forward to spending our time with you forever and evermore in the Shemayim, asking that, some of the wrongdoings that we had done, that they are gone as the old man passed away and the new has come on. So I don't know necessarily the plan or the footsteps to take, but asking you to lead us in your will and your way. And thank you for this lovely conversation and the things that we have gone over and things that we still need to go over. Asking that you lead us and help us take the right footsteps to bring this whole thing together. Because we don't really know. We know that you know, but we don't really know what's next really going to happen. We don't really know how or when it's going to happen, but we're aware that something is about to happen. Asking you to give us the courage and the strength to stand up in our neighborhoods, in our communities, and try to bring our remnant together, our brethren and our sisters together, that we may prevail in the best ways of our interest and of yours under you, the Most High Yahuwah Elohim. Toda Abba, for this time, that we also meet again. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Whew, man. Amen, man. That's it.
Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you for that beautiful prayer, brother. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
We go together.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
But y'all gave me the strength to go to sleep. So I think I'm gonna lay it down. I think I might be able to sleep tonight.
Oh yeah. Howard did that. He did that. Hallelujah.
Thank you, guys, man.
Amen, man.
Be blessed. Be blessed.
See you next time. Shalom.
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 All right.
Beautiful. Beautiful.